We're not live yet. Now we're live.
Oh, that ended it abruptly. Hello, everyone.
Oh, sorry about that. I thought you weren't live for a minute there.
No, I think it was a delay. No, it's all good. All good. Very good. Yeah. But hail to everyone. So I upgraded myself. I'm not taking over for Captain Clobby, but I had to go to a costume party this weekend, or a party, theme party. So I had a choice between Kirk or Spock uniform, so I went with the gold. So no offense to the captain here, but I'm not trying to.
Well, you're
have
the
a
captain
mutiny.
of your own show. This is your show.
Wait,
So
wait. You're an engineer. You didn't dress as Scotty. I mean, that's
What?
that's kind of. I mean, is that too on the nose?
Well, the thing is, it's a summer party outside, and that Scotty uniform is pretty darn hot. So with the long sleeves,
Quit bragging.
This is short sleeves, so it's like a
Gotcha.
t-shirt, so it's very very comfortable. The patch is actually pretty nice. It's got a really nice.
That is slick.
I mean, it's
Embroidered?
got. I mean, I don't know if I should wear. Yeah, it's a nice embroidered patch. I should do a review on this. The shirt was like $30. It wasn't cheap, but it actually fit me. And yeah, the patch is actually really really
I
decent.
like that.
Yeah, and they have a Spock version too, the blue version. Yep. But since I know we've got Scuba Pete here, who is a special guest, but I have a special surprise for Maddie's daddy that Clobber and Times and I were working on. Now that he's here, because we're working on we have someone on the show all the time. So now where did it go? I just moved it up. I just lost it. What a boomer!
oh no,
Went that way.
Yeah, like it went that way, right? Yeah, here we go. All right, so everyone, this is we'll say hi to everyone in the chat in a second. But this is for Maddie's daddy, special surprise.
Nice.
So that's your new intro, Steve. I love you like that.
Oh, that's good.
By Odin, I love it.
Here, let's play it again. Let's play it again. So I'll have to send that to you. You can play that for Maddie all the time.
Scuba, you
Love it.
don't know. I don't think you've been around when I said this, but I think what Mark's referring to is I have a Batman poster on my wall that was gifted to me, and Maddie saw it 6 months ago and said Batman, and I said, "How do you know Batman?" and then the other one was Thor, and I said, "Who's that?" And she said, "Daddy," and I am not correcting her.
Nope. From the mouth of a babe.
Yep. Hey, who are you calling a babe?
oh me, babe. Yeah, I'm calling you babe. But it's nothing
Call you
personal.
babe. It's nothing personal.
Well, Clobby always calls us ladies, so why not? Hey,
Yes,
Well,
we
that was a line from, as Clobby knows, my favorite episode,
of
or
Star
at
Trek.
least one of them. Yeah, piece of the action.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sonny, what do they do to you, Sonny?
With the kid from the Andy Griffith Show, one of them.
Yeah.
Right?
Really?
We need heaters.
Yeah, that kid was on there.
We need heaters. Yeah.
Was he the bully? That was bullying?
He was
Opie?
Opie's friend. No, he was Opie's buddy.
Oh, okay. All right, because I know Clint Howard was
in
in.
a few episodes. Clint was on there too. Yeah.
Yep.
Baylock.
Yeah. But first, the Tranya. Yeah.
Yep.
All
Let's
right,
introduce
so,
everyone. Say hi to everyone in the chat. Are you going to go work out, Thor, so you look more like Thor?
Yeah. Introduce everybody. Yeah, I'm going to try and get the body back. But yeah, I'll hang around till you introduce everybody. Who's in the chat? Because I can't see it.
Yeah, so we've got, let's say hi to everyone in the chat. So we've got Brian Hepburn. We've got Pat S. is cooking. We've got J-Man, who says so many geeks in one place. Chris Persh is dropping a like and watching from his TV, so thank you, Chris. Dadman says we're starting. Yes, we're starting, and Dadman's here. Yep. And Dadman's on Twitch, and Gwagnar is here, so hail Gwagnar. And Shooter's on his lunch break, so hail to Shooter.
Nope.
Yep, thank you for Thank you for being here. Yep. So,
Cool.
of course, I boomered it. I forgot to tweet this out, even though I set the stream up. So hopefully, I'm sure we'll have a bunch of people rolling in. But we'd like to introduce. Of course, everyone should know Scuba Pete here, of course. But Chasing 80s Toys,
The king of the
glad to have
Rumba
him on the
beat.
channel.
The infamous.
Oh, hey, Rob Althus. And
What's
up? And Seth, how do I say that? Setha? Setha? I'm sorry, apologize. I hate to get pronunciations wrong.
Yeah.
And my last name, everyone butchers. But if you can let us know how phonetically you spell that, but thank you for being here. And hail. Yep. But thank you, Scuba Pete. I guess Scuba Pete has some bits to show us, right? But they're not naughty.
They're not naughty bits. No.
They're not
Toy
naughty bits, right? Toy bits.
Pop culture bits.
Pop culture bits. Yeah. Which
It's
is
been
all-
far. I haven't been on. It's been far, far too long. I know
Yeah,
you're-
yeah.
It has
Indeed.
been too. You know what? I miss the old days of Klobby Show when you and Toxic Man Flu. You guys made each other. You guys made each other funnier because when you
Oh,
guys
yeah,
were both on
GMS.
together.
Oh my gosh.
You guys fed off each other and it was hysterical.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
hysterical.
Yep.
Those were the days.
That was good
Oh,
stuff.
I have a new. Oh,
I
I
was
have a
just on
new.
with Dr. Man Flew tonight. He's a cool deal. I just left
he's
him over
great.
there on Tom's show.
I'm sure he is a cool dude. Yeah.
Well, here's let's see, where's that new clip? Or I have a new clip that I just did. I played it on Saturday Night Star Trek last night. So let me add that. That hopefully it'll give everyone a smile because it kind of ties into Toxic Man Flu's best episode on one of the more fun episodes that we had on Saturday Night Star Trek, talking about the original series. So hint, it has something to do with a mustache. So here's a new because when you ended DS9, so I had to do it, and I tweaked it a little bit after last night. So here's the Seta is fine, says Seta. Thank you very much. Yep.
Seta, okay.
So here, everyone enjoy this very short little clip. But this is how DS9 really ended. He didn't end up with the profit.
What?
So that's where Cisco ended up with Lazarus.
Wow.
Yeah, he said,
Way worse than the wormhole.
he said, prepare to meet Lazarus in hell.
An eternity of wrestling with yourself.
He no nuts. He crazy.
He crazy,
Right.
right?
Oh man.
Well, that's why I'm so glad that I learned Premiere because it's you got to learn all these skills, right? It's,
Tricks
So
and
here's-
tips.
tricks and tips. So here's another one I did that was pretty fun. This one got a pretty good reaction at Saturday Night Star Trek.
I don't care how many Cardassians you have to kill, find tomorrow. Is that clear? I'm going to hold you to that.
By your command, Imperious Leader.
Oh, the great Jeffrey Combs.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
Combs is
Yeah.
always great, man. It is unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean that headgear. It's like Leia Bouche from Jabba's palace once.
That's what
Thank you.
everyone says.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'm sitting
Yep.
here biting my tongue to ask that question because that's the first thing I saw.
yeah.
Thought of.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
he's holding
The
a
breeze.
thermal detonator.
Yes. Oh, oh, oh.
All
Well,
right,
that's for sure.
gentlemen, I'm going to go to lurk mode while I go do legs and chest and stuff. So
Lurk, sir, lurk.
I will
Lurk
be
and work.
I will be
Lurk away.
listening in, and I don't want to hear any cracks about the book. All right.
You got it. Well done.
All right,
That's Steve. Nice.
go pump up.
I'm here to pump you up. I will probably I'll probably join in again if possible. So,
All right, bub.
I hope
Have a
so.
great-
Oh, we got to play that. We got to play it. Wait, before when Steve leaves, now we got to play that.
Oh, now that he's leaving his
but
outro.
now
Yeah,
he's
go ahead.
leaving.
Yeah.
We got to play it as an outro. Then
He's got to
too,
get
yeah.
to the chopper.
Oh, and he disappeared.
And he did disappear like on cue. That's a high class show.
He's speaking Neogia. Gap after dark. What is up?
And Dave is here. Hey, Dave. Hi,
Hey.
Hale. And Gap After
Yes.
Dark.
Hey, Gap.
Hey.
Hey,
Well,
Gap,
it's all
good to
rolling
see
in.
you again, Gap.
Mr. Patton. Good old Dave C.
Dave
For
C.
sure.
yes,
Sure. Yep.
exactly. Miss him in Fortnite.
Yeah, he hasn't played in or is he
Yeah.
still play, or just hasn't been able to
I think
make
life's
it?
in the way, but yeah.
Like, yeah, not that he doesn't like us anymore.
No.
Sure, yeah.
Dave was in
Too
class.
busy. Yeah,
Yeah.
busy.
Yeah, he doesn't
yeah,
like
yeah.
us. Why would he like us? Nobody likes us.
Yeah,
They
you
don't
remember
like
the
us.
heady days of lockdown when you could just,
Mhm.
do all kinds of streams and
Yep.
Stream.
Never leave the house.
Stream. Yep, streaming your life away.
get
You
your
know, Clobby,
groceries,
Clobby,
wipe them
you've got to
down.
quit. Clobby, you got to quit singing because I tell you what,
Sorry.
you do
No!
such a good. No, you do such a good job. You are going to get serious requests. That was
No.
awesome. Yes, that was awesome. What you just did right there.
Oh, that's nothing.
So-
But thank you.
Yeah,
I have a
exactly.
question. I have a question for Scuba.
Sure.
Are you getting your toys ready for the Barbie movie or something? Because I feel kind of pink lighting back there. Moving the Barbie world or what, man?
You don't like it? I changed it up.
I
Usually
like
it's
it.
that
It's
aqua
beautiful.
blue, so I thought I'd go a little different.
I think it's pretty. It just made me think of Barbie. Is that wrong?
My wife, just so you know, I'm gonna go see the Barbie movie with
Oh, you're
a
stuck,
mutual friend, and I was like, "Hey, have fun."
Wait! You said you're letting me off the hook?
I was like,
I
think
can't
that
believe she's
movie's
not
gonna-
letting me to see it.
I'm gonna make an outrageous prediction. That movie's gonna make more money than Indiana Jones Part
It's
5.
Well,
It will.
You know what?
It will.
I'm going to
a
go
lot,
see.
that's
quite
not a big
possible.
deal. A lot of
I'm-
it's gonna wait. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm actually going to go see that movie. If the
Really?
missus wants to go, I'm going. Why?
Well, yeah, but-
Popcorn and a date.
What if she doesn't want to go?
Well, she already
Then
took.
you-
I don't expect that because this is my wife, Clobby.
Okay.
When I looked the other day to try to get an excuse to go see Indiana Jones, she turned to me and said, "Why the hell do I want to go watch that shit?"
That's a good one.
That's exactly what she said. Sorry, Mark, for the language, but I had to.
Yeah,
I
and
couldn't get it.
my wife really wanted to go. So what are you saying about my wife?
You say
Oh,
wives are
nothing.
weird, is what you're saying.
No, I just say if she decides to go to Barbie, I'll go to Barbie. She saved me from Indy. She saved me from myself.
Now that's a heroic wife right there. Whereas
Exactly.
Mark's wife, however, is a villain because she made him watch it twice.
And he really
not once,
he
2 times.
Hey, we love Mrs. C. We're just kidding. Mrs. C.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no,
Mrs.
she's
D.
listening. She knows we're Kim, but she loves Harrison Ford. So, who am I to judge, right? I'm not gonna get in the way of that one.
I
We had a
love
good
him too.
evening. We had went with another couple, had dinner, had my popcorn. I was hoping to get like one of those cool helmet, cup holders or
those-
something they had.
The fedora
Yeah, but that
hat.
was a
No,
different.
they didn't have
Yeah,
it
that was
now.
an AMC. It wasn't an AMC. AMC had nothing, so I was surprised.
Mine
Yeah.
either. Weird. Oh well.
Oh, Gap After Dark. There's no. We do not care about spelling here, so I'm not the grammar police.
I can't even spell spelling nor.
Right? Yeah, me either.
Yeah, no agonizers for spelling.
G-E-L-L-L.
No, grammar that might be a different matter, but no, just kidding. Yeah. And Seth, this is a good waifu. Yeah. Well, here let's check. I mean, we don't usually spend too much time on this show on like money and Disney and that kind of stuff, but just
There you go.
it's always
This
fun
is
to
topical.
look at. It is
Shame,
topical.
man.
So let's see what.
The
So what
passion of
they,
Indiana Jones. It was a crucifixion for sure.
Let's see what they. So Indy's
right
up
to the point.
Let's see. So Sound of Freedom actually beat Indiana Jones on
Good.
July 4th, which is
I
inconceivable.
want to see that.
Yeah, it looks interesting. Now Indy, I guess, is back
It has
on
Jesus
top.
in
I
it.
guess. Yeah. So let's see
Speaking
what
of-
Indiana Jones is up to. Oh, Insidious, the Red Door. I don't even know what that's about, but
It's a horror movie, I believe.
horror
So,
movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's up to 250 million worldwide, and
all?
domestic 121. Yep. After 9 days, right? So that's after 9 days.
You talk about a bomb and a half.
So let's compare that to say Guardians of the Galaxy, right? Say something semi-comparable.
Something
So
popular.
Something recent.
popular.
Something recent. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's try that, and let's go to let's see daily. Oh, let's see yearly. I can go to
and the dial-up of dysentery.
By the way,
I don't know.
Bobby, was it really as bad as a crucifix? I mean, did they really
It
assassinate
felt
the
like
character
it
like
felt
that?
like watching an assassination to me. It felt like
It-
watching going to a dear friend's funeral and everybody's wee-weeing on the grave and you can't do anything about it. For 2
Sort of
hours.
like the Last Jedi was with Skywalker, I
It's
guess.
very much so. This is the Last Jedi of Indiana Jones.
Oh,
It's
boy.
not quite
Okay.
as it's pretty much close. It's really pathetic.
Okay,
in my opinion.
thanks.
Just me. Not everyone agrees.
And it's Pat S is here.
Hey,
So
Pat.
hail Pat S.
Badass.
Long time no see, Pat.
Oh, we
Nice
can't
talk,
hear.
Pat.
Useless.
I'm
We
just
can't,
now,
we can't
I'm
hear
just now
Pat.
starting to eat. Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
No lunch break
Yeah.
for you, Pat.
Yeah.
Oh man, dude, jambalaya takes a while.
Jambalaya. Yes, it does.
Boys are like spaghetti.
I think he's
Oh,
Your
we're
job-
losing. Well, while we're losing Pat,
Jambalaya.
here's Pat's intro.
Yeah.
Because a droid don't pull people's arms out of their sockets when they lose.
Takes
Sorry, Pat, you're breaking up. I apologize.
yeah.
What call? You're breaking up. You're breaking up.
I'm not sure.
Kind of had that happen earlier.
Oh man, am I
Yeah.
really that bad? All right, I'll
now
pop
you're
out.
good.
I'll
Now
pop
you're
out and
good.
come back.
Wait, yeah, hold on.
Oh, okay.
The Empire was blocking.
Yeah,
the
now you're good.
Transmission. You sound good now, but Pat, do you believe Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is now the number 2 movie of the year, just behind Mario Brothers? Yep, and Pat will be back, but Guardians is number 3. Oh, it's
Yeah,
it's tied with Guardians.
Right.
Wow.
A
So
movie about
Spider-Verse-
gardening. That's amazing. A movie about gardening, though. Gardening of the. I mean, Gardeners of the Galaxy. That's pretty amazing. What they.
Yeah.
Oh, it's some. I don't even know what I'm
And
saying.
Now,
Little Mermaid is tailing just behind Guardians of the
Ooh.
Galaxy.
Hey,
wait,
Smack.
wait. See, I mean, how much longer? I'm just kind of confused where Indiana Jones is on that. Will it even pass some of those other movies ahead of it? Little
Well, let's
Mermaid
see
or
what-
any of the others?
Well, let's compare. So day 9 of Guardians of the Galaxy, which I guess everyone would consider that a moderate success, right?
Mhm.
So let's
Yeah.
go back. So day 9,
Compared to all the other Marvel
Indy.
crap lately.
yeah. So day 9 or say day 10 of Indy is 121 million domestic, right? And day 9, 194. So
I hear you, J-Man. I think
a lot
Last Jedi
less, yeah,
still
like
worked.
70 less, yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead. But
No,
yeah,
no, I'm just saying it's like 70 million less. So a property like Indy. Oh, and look what I just found too. So I don't have to work anymore. I just found this.
oh my,
All right.
It's
nice.
the Jovitos are looking for you.
yeah. So
Too bad you don't speak Jovito.
Jovitos.
now I'm
Yeah, nice.
pure gold, pure 3D.
Nicely
This
done.
is pure 3D printed gold actually, but it came out pretty
That's
cool,
awesome.
right? With the
That does look
Nice.
good.
different colors. Yeah, it came out. So I'm gonna print a bunch of these, I think. And
Why is this
And I
bed a
wish
different
it was-
color?
Oh,
well, it's a filament that does it changes color a little bit. So it actually kind of worked
Oh.
out because you can't see the blue in the back of the butt.
It looks like he's got
And it
blue
kind of
buns.
changes because I didn't have a bronze
Yeah.
filter, like bronze filament. So I just went with like it's a rainbow one, but it actually it's mostly
really good.
metallic, but it
Throw me
came out
the
pretty
idol.
good without painting. Yeah, so my son
What
picked
do
it
you do?
up, and Charlie's like, "It's not heavy enough, Dad. It's not gonna work." You know?
He's
Yeah.
dumping sand out of his bag.
yes.
Yeah.
Just need to put popcorn in that thing now.
Yeah, but this
Love
pretty 3D printer stuff is gotta say you can get some pretty cool stuff. So that was one of my latest prints.
Yeah. Adios, Sapito. Adios. Adios, senor.
And did Phantom Outsider just Phantom in?
There he is.
Someone says "Hail Phantom." Here we go. Yep.
Fancy.
Really? Asking for a friend.
Yeah, not enough. Yeah, it's pretty light. Yep. Pretty light. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, unfortunately, Indy is whether you love the movie, hated the movie, it ain't making
I'm
money.
scared because every time I see an interview with Harrison Ford, it's like he's I really wanted to explore aging, as a, and I'm like, what? No, like every like snippet. I really wanted to, in a respectful, and I'm like, oh, you're not selling this to me.
Is he really saying stuff like that now?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Can I rant? Can I rant?
Well, let me rant for
You
not
go ahead.
rant,
Yes,
but
you
just
go
a couple of
first.
seconds. I just want to say that the movie, if you haven't seen it, and I'm probably the only person who's seen it twice, based on the revenue, he's very much a broken down hero in this movie. So, mild spoilers, he's getting divorced. His family life is a mess. I won't say any more spoilers on that, but he's living in an apartment in New York City, and it's a broken down apartment. He's not a successful college professor. You'd think at this point in his life, Indiana Jones is, a hero, would have achieved, a lot of greatness, and it'd be, world renowned. So, I mean, maybe he would have some of those bad things happen to his life, but he wouldn't be broken down. Not all of them, and he would at least have been successful. And he has a retirement party, and it's like this really lame party, and they give him a clock that's like this cheap clock. But of course, I didn't like it. He gives the clock away. I'm like, well, wait a minute. He just worked with these people for 10 years. I don't care if the clock was a $20 clock or a $20,000 clock. It was kind of,
It's still a gift, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, but he was still giving that away. It was like he was dismissing his whole career, and
I hated Indiana Jones.
Exactly,
I
J-Man.
that. Yeah.
Like you said, you never listen to the actors. Didn't Harrison want Han Solo to die? Yes, he did, and he let him humiliate him. Just read your lines. He's an idiot. He totally destroyed. He allowed Han Solo to be destroyed. And he said he didn't even like the character. This one he claims to love, and he does the same thing to him. So he has no credibility.
Okay, Dad, man, you need to rant. I'm sorry. I just wanted to set that up for people.
Well, Clobby kind of touched on it with the whole daggone thing. The Han Solo is, to me, the role that made his life, and all he did was gripe and complain about it forever. Right. Ran it down into the ground, trashed it all, and now the one that was supposed to be his thing, I think it's indicative of all of Hollywood. I think that they get too full of themselves. Instead of just being an entertainer and keeping it simple, they get this deep philosophizing, preaching morality stuff. Like everything has to be a deep message, and they have to be Oscar-worthy performances in order for their acting to mean anything to people. When really, we don't need you to show how this. We just need you to help us escape for a few hours.
Yeah,
and then do the role. Yeah,
it's gold.
Quit lecturing us.
It's a serialized adventure. Just go on an adventure.
We don't need the sermons. If we wanted that, we go to church. Keep it simple and just entertain people. Not everything has to be a character study and real life and all this stuff. It's escapism. Entertain and enjoy making people happy.
Well, especially at that age, I think he looks phenomenal at age 80. I hope he probably can move around better than me, so that part of it. Yeah. And, a few cracks, like, about creaky bones once in a while, or referencing his age is not bad, but his whole life was so broken down in retrospect, thinking about it from my initial review. Although I did like the movie, I can't say that I didn't like, but it's a journey where he's a broken down, so he should have never been to that point of his life. But you could have had some of those bad things happen, and you could see him overcome them and have a character arc. But he's just too broken down in the movie.
What gets me, Mark, is with these actors themselves, not necessarily the role, and not necessarily trying to make the Harrison, Indiana Jones in that situation. My problem is when the actors start talking and telling us, like, they need to justify this character's existence. Like these last three, the three real Indiana Jones movies didn't matter or anything. We don't need to see our hero, whatever. We don't need to see how he wants to portray a different. It's not about him, his acting, and going deeper with these roles. Just entertain. And the problem is all these actors, I think, are getting stuck on themselves, having a high opinion, like we're plebes and we don't know, and their acting is not worthy if it doesn't have this big fancy thing. And when it doesn't matter to us. We like our heroes, just Keep it simple. Quit the philosophy.
And
Anyway,
J-Man's
sorry.
got a great
Yep.
point with that self-insert with Patrick Stewart ruined seasons 1 and 2 of Picard, because especially
And 3.
season 2. I mean, season 1 was horrible, but season 2 he decided to tell his life story and make it about his dad
Even
and
worse.
abuse, and it was just, and then they forgot that he had a mom on the show that had visited the show, and they had to have her killed off, in season 2, and then they made her appearance a ghost, I guess, in the past. So yeah, it was just a
horrible.
wreck of a. But J-Man, that's a great point. Yeah, because it.
You know where you could trace all this back to? James Mangold, of course, directed the film Logan. Logan, which again I don't like it. I can't hate it, but anyway, Wolverine before that point was the Hugh Jackman character. I don't even like any of the X-Men movies, by the way. But everyone liked, even if you didn't like the movies, everyone just kind of liked him as Wolverine. He was really cool.
Yeah.
And there were Old Man Logan comics before that. So you get this stupid. All right, J-Man, good to see you.
Good night, J-Man. Thank you for being here. Have a great week. Yep.
You get this stupid movie about watching broken down old ass Wolverine and broken old ass Professor X running around being pathetic. And here's the thing. The Shitticks loved it. They were all over it. They thought this movie was brilliant because instead of being just some fluffy superhero movie, it was about getting old and all this kind of crap. Now, it did okay. I personally found it to be a crushing bore. However, it became sort of an avant-garde. It was considered better or a little bit above your standard superhero fare to the pretentious critics who don't even like superhero films. So that got it into the head of a guy like Patrick Stewart, because he wanted to do something like Old Man Logan, but just for Picard. Same deal with Harrison Ford. I guarantee you, and he was exactly the same dude. He saw that, thought that was so revolutionary and so brilliant. And this is the same guy that directed that movie. Let's do that with Indiana Jones, even though he's a pulp character, and you shouldn't be doing that kind of crap with him.
Right.
And so
exactly.
It's pretty much, this is Logan just done this to Indiana Jones, and it does not work. Well, I mean, a few people like it. Logan did well inexplicably to me, but it's not going to work with Indiana Jones, and it's been proven. Basically, that's what happened, in my opinion.
Well, I agree with that. I mean, I did really love Logan, but I kind of look at it, that's a different universe, or like it's an Elseworlds.
Now, let me ask a question here. Can I ask a question here since Clubby brought up Logan? I have heard some people say that I guess that version of Wolverine in Logan was sort of canon, or some element of canon, in that I guess there were some versions where Wolverine was a disgruntled, had gotten to that phase. That's just what I've heard. I'm not sure how.
Well, the old
true
man,
that is.
I'm guessing Clobber Times hasn't read the Old Man Logan story because that was relatively new. Or have you read that? Clobber Times?
I think I read part of the first one, maybe, but no, I just couldn't get into the story.
So basically, it's an alternative history where it's always dystopian future where the Hulk and his offspring have taken over the planet, and most heroes are dead, and so he's kind of given up on being a hero. He hasn't, put his claws out in 50 years. So that's kind of, it's like a Dark Knight Returns kind of thing. So
yes,
I did really enjoy it, but I can see where you don't want your heroes taken apart like that. But if you view it as like an Elseworlds thing, and of course the opening is incredible. And Logan, someone tries to rob Wolverine and rob his car, and of course it's a first rated R movie, so literally rips him to shreds. It's like, maybe you don't want to mess with this old guy, even though his powers are breaking down, his healing factor's not what it once was. But it's like my favorite scene of all time in Dark Knight Returns is when he goes back as Bruce Wayne to Crime Alley to leave some roses, and the goons / criminals are looking at him, and they're like, I don't know, man, this guy looks kind of crazy, and he's awfully big, and the way Miller draws him, he's got the V, even though he's an old guy, he's massive, and like, maybe I don't want to mess with this guy, which is what I picture. I just love that that scene where it's out. He's not a hero, but you can see why he's a hero, and how, and it's just his look and his menacing stare. So. And you kind of got some of that in Logan too, because they finally it was rated R. But I can see why people don't like, take issue with the movie. But,
well, it's fine. I mean, I hear you. I guess I said I didn't hate it that much, just didn't care for that take. I don't like the grim and the gritty that much to that extreme. but it doesn't. And it may have worked for Wolverine, but it just doesn't work for Indiana Jones. Not for me.
Yeah, and the shooter says, "Yeah, Old Man Logan. At the end, he's a hero. Yeah, he just doesn't. He's not a pathetic person. Doesn't die off." And now Lisa's here. Yep, our Fortnite playing buddy. Yep. Hey, Lisa. Yep, who's a huge Supergirl fan. Yep, as you might guess from the avatar, right? Yeah, but he's a hero. He's a hero in the end, I should say. Yeah. He dies.
Hey, Lisa.
Of course, he's going to come. And I can't remember if it was Old Man Logan or Wolverine versus Hulk. The Hulk in the future actually eats Wolverine, and then Wolverine gets formed back together in his stomach, and then he pops and he chops himself out of the stomach.
Alien style.
Definitely not for alien style. Yeah, not for kids. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Yeah. I think in Old Man Logan, Hawkeye comes back. He's got one arm and he's blind. It's nothing, not supposed to be anything like
he's
this.
blind.
Nothing.
He's blind,
right?
Yeah.
I
Green Arrow.
Dark Knight Returns. Green Arrow lost the arm, right? Yeah, so he's blind, right? And he's going cross country with Logan. But it was a pretty good team up. But it's worth reading. But I always like to think of it as an Elseworlds, Elseworlds book. Oh, and Lisa's saying, who is here? Well, this is the ever awesome Scuba Pete. So yeah, let me put Scuba's Chasing 80 Toys
Hi, Lisa.
channel. So Lisa, go subscribe right now to Scuba Pete, and then you can come back. So
no, you don't. You're good. You're good. It's fine. I'm just hanging out.
So I think we've covered enough of, unless anyone wants to say anything about. So Scuba, you didn't see this, right?
I have not seen it yet. I will go see it when there's just not a theater full of human beings that are on their cell phones and.
I don't think you're gonna have that problem right now.
Right? Yeah.
This week.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Go tomorrow. I hear it's wide open.
It's wide open. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
That is a good thing coming out of COVID, right? You can pick your seat. Like, oh shit, there's nobody there.
Yeah, there's no one there. Yeah, right. So, any final words for Indiana Jones 5 before we bury our hero? No, going once, going twice. But I do have. Where's my?
Let me just say, I saw Raiders back at the theater like a few weeks ago, and I was more excited for that.
Greatness. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I do have another. I think Retroblasting like this, right? When he saw this, he's like,
nice.
He's like, "What's this doing?"
That's awesome.
So I gotta do a video on this. Yeah. So this was Harrison Ford at age 120. Just
a little spud.
Just a little spud. Yeah, and it plays the. You probably can't hear that, but it plays the. Let me turn off my crisper here. Here, let's turn the noise transcription off. Let's see. Let's turn that off. Let's see if you can hear. Hear it a little bit. Yeah. The potato. It's very slick. Yep. So this is from my office. So my dad was a huge Indiana Jones fan. So
cool.
I have that at the office. I have the boxed one and unboxed. Yep. And let me. I've got to do a video on this one. Let's turn my camera back on. I had one of the other 12-inch figures. So this was the electronic sounds with whip cracking action.
Nice.
Cool.
I think I should pop the batteries out of this one.
Yeah.
This is from 2008.
They're corroding.
And they're corroding. Yep. And he's not getting any younger. I have the other model, the let's see, Talking Indy. So there's a review on my channel on Talking Indy. I never got mud. I should have gotten the Cairo Swordsman too. But the creepy thing about the Talking Indy was that the jaw is like rubber, and you push the button, and his mouth actually moves.
Oh, geez.
It's like really. I'm like when
nightmare fuel.
I hadn't used it in years. I'm like, let me push the button on this. I'm like, did his face just move? Like, what's going on?
I think they got a new one of that out now.
He's like, hey, have fun sleeping, Mark.
Look, there's Michael. Look, it's got Michael French on the box with his whip.
Right?
Yeah.
Michael looks great as Indy.
Yeah. He does.
Look
and
good,
his whip skills are amazing.
Amazing. Man is truly extraordinary with that whip, man.
So I wonder, did Retroblasting review the costume on Indiana Jones?
He talked about not yet. I mean, not for and after, but he did talk about. He did
he's
something.
got several videos where he talks about like the hat, the satchel, jacket.
Yeah, no, but I'm wondering.
Yes.
I meant the new movie. I meant,
Oh no, I don't think he's been yet.
Oh, he has.
Seen it yet? Oh,
He has.
It, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
And so is Melinda.
Did he go dressed as Indy?
I hope he's. I mean, he's. I'm trying to get him on to talk about it Wednesday night, but I don't know. Maybe next week or I'm gonna try to get him on to talk some Indiana Jones soon. We'll see if I can, but I don't know if he wants to talk about it.
He said he was when he did go, he was not going to dress up. No,
he didn't. But he did go last week, and I've seen him talk about it. He's been mentioning it in passing a little bit here and there. He made a list. It was pretty funny. He made a list of the best Indiana Jones movies in order, and it's a list of like 20 movies after the original 4, and between 4 and the dial-up of Dysentery, he's got about like 20 movies in the middle that aren't necessarily the same title. It's pretty hilarious, and a lot of people, of course, took it the wrong way.
Yeah, like King Solomon's Mines, and
we put all Romancing the Stone. All these
romance.
Amongst it was quite a list. It was very funny. And there were, of course, people that didn't understand it, which is nothing new.
Of course,
there.
yeah.
And Seth has a good point. Yeah, I don't like how they show Logan and Indiana Jones big heroes ending so miserably. Yeah, that's. And I think that's why they put that new ending in on Indy 5 to just probably lighten it up at the end, so he gets back. Mild spoilers. His family life is not as bad at the very end, and I think they did that. Probably because people were so probably darn depressed, or maybe
damage control.
Maybe he did stay back in time, and Phoebe Waller became Indiana Jones. I guess
the original script, like that's a Doom contest.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, I don't doubt it. Yep. Oh, and Lisa's a gardener, so she dug out potatoes today. Yep.
Spectacular.
She went to a garden party.
Yeah. And Crystal Skull, I got to rewatch Crystal Skull. I mean,
I would have watched it again the other day.
How'd you like it?
It's got a lot of dumb crap in it. It gets a big, I think a bit of an overzealous bad rap. In other words, it deserves a lot of the criticisms. If you take out some of the really dumb stuff, I have a good one, Shooter. Good, man.
Yeah, when you take out the waterfall and the vehicle thing.
No, that's nothing compared to the surviving a nuclear blast with a refrigerator. So it has stupid. That's what I'm saying, though. It has dumb shite in it, but he's never pathetic. He's still older, but he's still able to do things. It still feels like an Indiana Jones movie. It still has all those beats where it's action. It's to me, I'm watching it, and you might be rolling your eyes or going, "Oh, Jesus Christ!" But that's what you do. You're criticizing the actual content. You're not. And anytime contemplating find the tallest building you could find and trying to jump on or trying to, I don't know, cut your head off with a Pez dispenser or anything like that. You're just
hi, Claude.
Claude Selling. Hey there. It's very flawed. I'm not defending it for all the dumb things in it, but it feels like an Indiana Jones movie. You watch it, it moves. This movie, the dial-up of Dysentery or the diapers of destiny, whatever you want to call it.
The diapers of destiny.
It just is in no way feels like an Indiana Jones movie. It doesn't move. He's humiliated. He's pushed around. He's treated. He's just a joke. And again, I'm not spoiling anything, but in the fourth movie, it's his movie. There are foils for him, sure. There are foils like in any other movie that argue with him. Mutt argues with him, and Marion argues with him. But at no time do you feel like it's not an Indiana Jones movie. Even if you don't think it's very good, he's still himself. The character's there. He's older, but he's 58 in that movie. In Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, the character, I mean. My age now. But so, and then in 1969 was the new movie takes place in. He's 70. In 1969, 70 is about like 80 something today. And it's just you watch that. I can believe the action sequences he's in Crystal Skull for the most part. In this one, you can't believe with the few action sequences he barely takes place, that he barely participates in. Every time I'm like, you can't convince me that this guy's running around doing this stuff.
Oh, let's address Phantom
Well-
point here. Yeah, so I went to a party this week and I gave myself a rank
Mutiny.
advancement. Yeah, so it's not a mutiny though. I explained that
Dang.
earlier, but yeah. They
You're
didn't
the
have
captain
they didn't
of
have a red
engineering.
shirt. They didn't have a red shirt available as a T-shirt. So I was going to this party outside. So I don't like it when I don't have air conditioning going. So I had to go with the T. This is a T-shirt, so you can see. Yeah, so.
You got to come to Florida then, Mark. Hey,
Oh my God, I would melt.
Hey,
I'd melt
yes.
some of the pounds away, maybe.
Cut the air with a knife.
exactly.
Yeah.
But you know, but
Hey, here.
but Clobby, you know what? They couldn't have him do too many action scenes when you break a hip every time you turn around.
He did
You know.
miss a lot of production of the movie because he hurt
That's
himself.
He did get hurt, right?
Yeah, he did. And that might have actually seriously that maybe that kind of cut down on some of the scenes that he had to fight. So
Yeah.
Eric.
Hail to Eric K.
What's up?
Yeah, leave Phoebe
Yeah,
alone.
leave Phoebe alone. She's the golden child.
Well, I actually had a friend last
Yeah.
night I saw at the
Cool.
party, and he might be watching. Sometimes he's in the chat, but he doesn't. He's lurking. He lurks, I should say. And he was telling me about a funny scene in Fleabag, which actually sounded really funny, but I cannot. I mean, it's bad enough getting demonetized. I don't want to get wiped out of YouTube, but it was pretty funny, on Flea. And he did say he enjoyed the show, but it's a totally different character. But yeah, the joke was pretty funny. So shout out to my buddy Rob if he's listening. But that was a very NSFW joke. I'll tell you guys after. But but hail to Eric K. Yep, that's great.
Eric
to see you.
K.
Yep. Yeah, so if anyone, I should say too, yeah, I appreciate everyone who subbed and was a member and all the super chats. So I'm working on appealing. So what had happened? I guess I should mention it quickly. With a bunch of my shorts, not the shorts that I wear, but all like little, I do
Your little
15-second
shorts.
videos, like 15-second videos every day. And I should have had a disclaimer on it, I guess. So, but I've been doing it for like almost 2 years now. Never had a problem, or I thought by marking the videos as not for kids, that they're not for kids, like kids won't watch them, and all of a sudden YouTube started classifying them as made for children, I guess, because you have a superhero, and especially a short too when it's only 15 seconds. So I've got to go back and add this disclaimer. Scoop, I know you've got that on your channel.
Yep.
But I thought by just marking it as not for kids, so then they went back and said, I guess it's okay to have videos for kids. There's no problem for that. But then they said I was overtly commercializing, trying to sell stuff to kids. So I've got to go back, and Raquel was helping with writing up appeal. So we'll see. Hopefully that'll
Good deal.
go well. And if not, then I can reapply in October, I guess. But if you, hopefully, if your appeal doesn't go through, you can still reappeal again in a few months. I'm guessing. I hope. Yeah, Eric, yeah. I wear short shorts, yeah. I'm not going to stand up so you can see my shorts, yeah.
He's got the nair.
Yeah.
Mark, if you think it'll help, I'll stop reporting all your videos.
Oh, no.
Thank you, Pat. Yep.
And all of Mark's comments for shorts, I'm like, this is really cool, Mark. Where can I buy this? And it's like,
yeah.
come on.
Thank you, Pat.
God knows
It's not called enabling for nothing.
Yeah, God knows kids go to YouTube Shorts to try to buy 30-year-old toys. That's like what every kid shops for,
Right.
for their 80s toys. That's
Yep. Well, I was showing I had this Bugs Bunny collectible. Let's see if I can grab it.
I'm a big kid now.
This got labeled. Yeah, Captain. So this got labeled as. Wait, let me show this. Before I do this, it's not for kids. Yep. All right. So, but there's a limited edition Bugs Bunny collectible.
That's
McFarlane Toys 7,500. No kid wants this. I mean,
No, if I showed that to my neighbor kids, I'd be like, "Who's that?" And they'd be like, "A rabbit."
A rabbit with dressed up like.
Was it?
Yeah, the kids today have no concept of who Bugs Bunny is. I mean. They killed off the show. They really don't play it that often, and they did a new version, and the Bugs Bunny's foil. They instead of he couldn't have a shotgun anymore, Elmer Fudd, so they gave him a big long knife because that was just so much safer.
That's better, a machete.
Remember the how do you say a sai or a machete or whatever they gave Elmer? But yeah, kids don't know what
I am
Kids care
skinning
about Bugs Bunny
wabbits.
today.
But I'm sorry. I'll shut up because
No,
yeah.
go.
No, well, no,
Oh,
no.
God, man.
No, I don't. But because there's some countries where those bladed weapons are issues. Apparently that's why, like you said, how's that any safer than the gun?
Yeah, hey, Ray.
Like-
yeah, no, that's why I was laughing at it. It's like,
I'm like,
yeah.
it's just you sit your head and shake it, sit there and shake your head at it. So, but anyway,
Yeah, it didn't make any sense, right? They should just get an Elmer like a pop gun then, or something like Winnie the Pooh had, with the cork gun.
to get into geekery or nerdy things, I tell you what, I always liked toy guns as a kid. I liked, and part of why I liked them was the realistic thing. Some look more realistic than others.
Sure.
But nowadays, with
Yeah,
all
but
the guns
unfortunately,
now,
that man, look what happened to your face and your eyes.
that was just natural beauty. That was not.
That's
toy.
sunshine.
That's
Lots of
Florida
sun.
sun. That
Florida sun just dries the skin out. But but it's like they take and ruin the toys like that by putting the pink caps or orange caps on the end of them, and it's like, why? I got a Star Wars Empire Strikes Back Han Solo blaster. Nowadays, it had to have a freaking red cap on it.
I have an orange one. In the 90s,
An
they had an orange one. I bought it for the kids, but it was super.
I got the one from the
original 80s.
movie.
Yeah, it didn't.
That
But
is-
the 90s did.
I would not trade that for anything in the world. But I mean,
Well, actually,
that's
his
I
blaster
wanted-
is based on a real weapon, though, which is part of the problem.
But that's the thing
Okay,
is
speaking
the
of
toy-
Laser tag. I
Hey.
still have mine. Yeah. Wait.
Hey,
Yeah, I love.
Exactly.
Where's your vest, Scuba? Where's your vest?
Yeah,
and your
I
hat?
did. I picked it up for $10. The vest
Nice.
with the detector. So, yeah.
Oh, you just got that? Yep. Yeah, we played that for years. And then I played with my friends in college, and then my kids played that as little kids for years. They'd run around playing laser tag. And that game worked really well, I have to say. The tech
did.
on laser tag, that was fantastic. I still have all the guns and the vests that are at Grandma's house in a bin. Hopefully all the batteries are out of them. But
None of us ever wanted to wear the hat, though. We'd be like, no,
No.
I'm not wearing that hat. That hat
I
is
had the hat.
dumbest. Do you have the hat?
I have a bunch of the hats. Yeah.
Actually,
It
to
was
be fair, the
hysterical.
soft cap's not terrible. But if you're like 15 years old and you're running around with that helmet, you look like something's wrong with you.
You still look dumb either way. Yeah. And then they came out with a new one a few years, like 10 years ago. But I don't know, do they still sell those games, or they don't want to sell those toys anymore, or because it's quote unquote dangerous, or
Probably not. I'm sure.
because there was a
Even though we can
version.
still go to laser tag, public,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there was a company that came with a bunch of guns, and the guns actually became targets too. So it was really, really, really
Didn't
good.
they re-release about 10 or 15 years ago? Didn't they re-release the Photon stuff? They recolored it and
Laser tag version, or
yeah. Remember, Photon was like the other one. Photon was
Yeah.
kind of like the poor man's laser tag. Yeah.
okay. I don't remember that yet, but there was another company, and I still have some of the guns, and it worked even better than laser tag. And you could buy a long rifle or a short pistol, and the gun became the target too, so you didn't have to wear a vest or anything. And it worked.
Slick.
And then they had targets; you could play target practice. It worked really great. I have them in the attic with the batteries out, but the kids, God, they love those. Yeah. Oh, and Captain says, "Hi, Lisa Green, some broken leg rehabs." Oh no, Captain Skywalker broke his leg. That's horrible.
Holy smokes.
Hope you're doing okay. Yep.
Heal quickly. Jeez.
I hope Nurse Chapel is treating you very, very well. Sorry to hear that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Lots of visits.
The real one.
Well, that must
Oh.
be serious if you're in rehab for that too. I mean, So hope you're okay, buddy. Yep.
Yeah.
That sucks. Yep. So, well, maybe this will cheer you up. You can see what happened to if you missed this, Captain. Really, what the end of DS9? What really happened? So let's play that. So Cisco ended up fighting Lazarus forever. That's why he didn't come back in Star Trek Picard season 3. He was trapped there in the tunnel. That's the real answer.
Yeah. He's too busy working on the reunion for A Man Called Hawk. So
Yeah, wow.
coming to UPN 2024.
And hail to your Muslim uncle. He says,
Hey
I did a
there.
laser tag redo that worked with your phone as the weapon. Interesting. All right.
Really?
Interesting.
Huh.
Huh. I'm trying to think of what. Let me see. I'm gonna do a laser tag search here. What that other gun was? Let's see. That was a really fun toy here. Let's share my good old screen here. Let's share screen. I hate they call it present. I'm still mad at that. They sound like an angry old man when they are there. So here's I guess they do have some of these still available, yeah. So I guess they do sell some of them, yep. I'm trying to remember the name. Well, they probably don't have the one I'm thinking of, yeah, and those are evil looking ones there, but laser effects. I guess they're still who made the old one? It was what company was that? Do you remember, Scuba? On that gun that you have. Here we go. Yep. This is the classic. Oh, look, the blaster rifle. That you were cool.
Yeah, my brother had the rifle.
Wow, he had the rifle? Man. So yeah, here's so who made that? Do you know who made that or I guess it was just laser tag, I guess. But yeah, these are the helmets, yep. But I have yeah, that was a target there.
Yeah,
and,
there's
and where's the hat? I had the soft hat, like Pat was saying. Yeah, here we go. Here's the hat that you could wear as a baseball hat and the vest. And there's the weapons, yep.
Worlds of Wonder.
Worlds of Wonder, okay, yep. And what happened, my buddy at college started a laser tag group. And they were playing on college, and the cops kept getting called on them all the time.
Because they're running around outside.
Running around outside. I mean, it's obviously a fake,
Yeah, we're just shooting lasers.
Weapon, but we're just shooting lasers. But oh man, you were cool if you had the high-powered rifle, and yeah, so they had to finally cancel the club. Yeah, because the weapon, if you look at it, I mean, it's just got that red streak. It kind of looks like Buck Rogers, but yeah, didn't work so well. Oh, look at that cable with the laser tag gun. That's pretty cool. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, but that's a lot of fun. Laser tag. That was good stuff. Good stuff. Yep.
Buck Rogers had a really cool gun, by the way.
He did.
What did Buck Rogers' gun look like? Let's see.
Man.
Buck Rogers.
I love it.
Let's see.
Pull it up.
The old from the TV show, or
Oh yeah.
Yeah, not the old space classic split. Space.
Not the Buster Crab cereal.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
No, the Aaron Gray. Wow.
Aaron Gray.
Aaron Gray. Yeah. So that's a prop, I guess. So, well, let's see. There's Aaron Gray. Look at the gun. Don't look at Aaron Gray. Yep.
Yeah, that's gonna happen. That'll happen.
There's a classic.
Yeah, there's the.
That's the old one. This is cool though.
Oh yeah. And there's
the TV show one's really nice.
Gil Gerard. Yeah, this is. I guess this is the. I could 3D print one of those pretty easily, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, here we go. From Buck Rogers, Yep.
Hawk.
Yeah. Oh, he's got. Well, that's Hawk's wife, or is that? I forget who was that.
Yeah, she was played by.
Hawkman.
Hawk from the pilot Time of the Hawk. I don't like his gun too much in this one, but Hawk's gun was really cool. I wonder if we can find his.
Let's see.
Hawk had a badass of a gun. If I remember right.
I love that.
Oh yeah, you know what?
Yeah, Hawk was a cool character. Yeah.
Especially in that first episode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, as a kid, I really loved the show. I can see where, looking at it again now, it doesn't. I guess that season doesn't do as well.
That first episode holds up though. It's really good.
Yeah.
You watch that one and you go, man, this rest of the season's going to be like this.
Yeah,
and then
like I'm in, and you're like, wait, why is Aaron Gray a stewardess?
After that, oh god, And what they did to Tweaky's voice.
Right? Yeah.
Mel
Cool.
Blanc couldn't make it for a while.
And hail to Papa Cotton, and he said,
Hey.
"What's up, nerds?"
Papa.
Get those nerds! Nerds! What?
Yes, we are nerds. Yep, nerds and geeks. That's been a long time since I've watched this show.
There they are in the
got
love nest.
Yeah, they're the last of their kind.
The love nest.
I'd like to get the Blu-ray set. I've got the old DVD set, but the Blu-ray set, I think they added some. See, originally there was the Awakening, which was a two-parter for the networks, and there's a theatrical version, which I originally had, which is that, but it's chopped up. It's butchered a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when they released if I remember correctly, when they released that older DVD set, which is real nice, I have that. I think they just put the theatrical and then the regular episodes. I don't think it has the Awakening cut of the pilot, but I think maybe the new Blu-ray set does. I'd have to double check. But
yeah, now I gotta go look at mine
because there's some scenes that are cut out for the theatrical version. They were on the TV.
Make it fit as a movie, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
I was gonna buy that, but then I was like, oh man, the complete series of Manimal. So I bought that instead. But I think I might have made a mistake.
Well, it was only 6 episodes of Manimal. This had 2 seasons.
Yeah. And here's Hawk Ship.
That
yeah,
Hawk Ship is so badass.
Oh yeah,
that is
so
badass.
cool.
Yeah. I could. Oh, that must be a cool. There's got to be a 3D print of that one too. But the undercarriage, of course, that's trickier to print different pieces. But yeah, that's very, very cool. Do they make? Oh, do they have a model of it or?
There's been a guy I know somebody. Michael did a video about it. Somebody making the Earth Star Defense Director at Starfighter. But I don't know about not Hawk Ship though, and the Draconian fighter maybe.
Yeah, was it Geek Candy Labs is doing? He does the Earth Directorate fighter. Yep.
Yep.
And so Papa Cotton has a similar memory to many, many people about Aaron Gray.
Let's all just take a moment and think. And we're back.
She's a very nice lady. I met her once and
have you?
Very sweet. Yes, sir.
That's awesome.
She was really nice.
Yeah. Timeless beauty, timeless classical beauty. Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. When she pops on the Orville is, the Admiral or what? I can't remember. Her guest. Yeah. Didn't she guest star?
I don't remember being on the Orville.
Was she on the Orville? I don't remember. I think I would remember that. And why is she dressed up like a stewardess?
Right? Yeah, that's what, would you like fries with that?
Yeah.
Was she from New Chicago in the Orville or?
New.
I don't remember her being on there for some reason. Maybe
I am checking her IMDb right now.
I don't remember that, but I love her. So,
and I swear it was the Orville. I've slept since then, but
let me check. We got this. Let's ask Twinkie.
I wouldn't be surprised. But man, that dude, he had a lot of bad stuff happen to him, but he's getting on the way to recovery, being Gil Gerard. But man, he could not be more perfect. No one could be better for that role than Buck Rogers on that show than he was. Mm-hmm. He was great. People underestimate him because he wasn't this great actor that went and do all this other stuff. He was I think he was in like a chemist or something before he went into the acting field, and he wasn't sure he wanted to do this show. He tried to quit it at the first season. But you know what? As this one character, I can imagine anybody ever being in. I know he was played by other people before, like Buster Crabbe even, but anyone else trying to play Buck Rogers, there's something he just made it perfect in a show that had a lot of dumb stories and goofy stories. That he didn't like the stories. He didn't like the way it wasn't serious enough for him. Nevertheless, the way he played that character was great. I mean, in my opinion, it's really an underrated performance. Like, guy just nails it, man. He just, man, Buck. He wanted to be Buck, man.
Yeah, I can watch those episodes anytime.
I do too. They're goofy stuff, but I just love them. I've watched them so many.
So I guess, well, I was just gonna say real quick. Yeah, Aaron Gray was last acting credit was it's beginning to look a lot like Murder in 2002. Mm-hmm. Finding Grace, Pandora, 22. My Christmas, and then 22. Thank you. And MST 3000 2017 one episode. and 2 episodes as Commodore Gray on Star Trek Continues.
Maybe okay, that's what it
yeah,
was.
that.
Maybe you're thinking.
Thank
Maybe
you.
you're thinking.
That was
Maybe you're
it.
thinking that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now
was
I made
it.
it. I made
Grace,
it through. I made
Thank
it
you.
through the first season of the Buck Rogers, but I heard bad things about the second season. But I wasn't able to keep going. But is the second season as bad as they say it is?
The pilot, in my opinion, is fantastic, and then right after that, it takes a nosedive. There's a decent episode here and there.
Yeah.
Courtney was here and dropped out.
Too bad. And yeah, the quality takes a nosedive after that, but he's still great on it. And you know,
way too much time on the Searcher.
yeah, I don't like the whole idea of the Searcher. That was not good. That was not smart.
Nope.
I want to why can't you just have Dr. Diabolos and Dr. Hugh again on Earth doing more things?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he was also on
tried
the
to get-
short.
Well, I was gonna say
they
that
said he was
Mel
on the-
Blanc was gone too, right? From they
He
didn't
was-
use his voice
They
for a
brought
few
him back
episodes.
after a while.
And
Yeah.
people complained. Yeah.
But those couple episodes where it's not him, you're like, that's not Tweaky.
What? Yeah.
Yes.
Like this. He talks like Mickey Mouse. Bitty, 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 bitty. What a body.
Hi, Buck.
Pretty much. Hi.
Oh my gosh!
We wanted him a bitty, bitty, bitty. Hello, Buck. What a body.
Nice.
It's freezing my ball bearings off. Bitty, 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 bitty.
Not bad as usual. Clobbering Times nails that. Nails that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
but he was
Fanti
great.
says that Gilgerard was a chemist. He was offered being CEO of a chemical company. He went back to finish his degree. Instead, he took a job as Buck Rogers. Interesting. Yeah.
Thank goodness.
He tried to quit
Thank goodness.
in the
Dude.
second season, but
Dude, to be paired with Aaron Gray, hey, dang right, I'd give up chemistry for that.
She
That's
turned
a
that
good
roll
kind of
down a
chemistry.
bunch of
I was
times.
like,
man.
I'm getting plenty of chemistry.
Exactly. Heck with, yeah.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah. And hail to Lenrod. How's it going, Lenrod? Thank you for stopping by on Sunday Night Geekery. Yep, appreciate you being here. And Lou Ferrigno appears as a green Orion slave trader. Oh, that and Star Trek Continues.
That's right.
Well, Gil Gerard was also on one of those. So was Colin Baker,
Wow.
of all people. Nicola Bryant.
I need to go back and rewatch Continues.
There was some. It was pretty good. It's tough. They're good stories, and they really feel like Trek. But just when it's not those actors in series, it's just kind of lacking.
It's not the same, but it's made with love at least. And
It is made with
respect
love.
for the
Yeah.
respect for the original series. Yep. So that part I appreciate. And they had some, George Takei was on a 2-parter. They had a bunch of the original actors on until a certain person crowdfunded a Star Trek movie that started raking in millions of bucks, and then Paramount understandably clamped down on everyone. So then they had to stop productions. I think Star Trek Continues had to stop. There were a couple episodes they didn't have finished. I think they have a 15-minute limit. You can do 2 episodes or 20 minutes, and there's all these guidelines, understandably to protect their IP. But it was just so much fun to have those great. And then they said, no Star Trek actors could appear in any of the shows anymore. Really a shame. Yeah.
Yeah. Heaven forbid they show us up.
Yeah. Right.
That's really all it was.
Like then produce something well.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the nub of it right there. They were being showed up.
Yep.
Fans do it better.
Star Trek Discovery. Oh my God, the horror of that. And I got one more season to get through watching.
I'm hereby relieving you of responsibility.
You're leaving me. You're gonna be a dispensation. I don't have to watch it. Yeah.
That's your captain.
Thank you for that. Yeah. So, the other show that Clobbering Times I'm sure watched, was it called And I had that on the banner. So we'll talk about this show for maybe like 5 minutes, and then we'll Scuba Pete's got some bits to show us, which will be awesome.
Maddie's daddy worked on that episode of that George Takei was on of Star Trek Continues.
That was a great episode too. That was really good.
I'm
really
not sure what capacity, but he worked. He did probably some animation for him or something.
Interesting.
Wicked.
Yeah. So Prelude Axonar was fantastic, and you had was it Apollo that was in that?
Richard Hatch.
Richard Hatch was in that. It was a great trailer but then the crowdfunding was too successful, and
Alex Peters.
Alex Peters, and I've heard people have had run-ins with him, but we won't get into that. I don't want to air that out on the tubes, but unfortunately, I backed it. It looked great, but then kind of opened Pandora's box, and Paramount saw what was happening there, and boom.
Okay, it was Star Trek Phase 2. Sorry, Fandy, I thought it was the other.
Yep. So unfortunately, yep. So hey, Raquel SSG,
Hello,
not RM.
Raquel.
Yep. Hi,
Yes.
thank you for stopping by. Yep.
Absolutely.
So Clobbering Times, did you watch both of the episodes? I only made it through the first episode in 5 minutes. I'll just say that I knew this was not a show that I wanted to watch after about 30 seconds. Your mileage may vary. I guess it's an Adult Swim, but it seems extremely geared towards kids, or they didn't have anything adult in it, right? I mean,
not really yet, anyway.
Right?
But
What was it on Adult Swim?
Not overtly. I don't know why it's on Adult Swim. That's a good question. Maybe I have some suspicions, but we won't know yet. I have some colorful suspicions. Some sort of almost like a rainbow colorful suspicions of colorful suspicions of it. Colorful, maybe. But I don't know. What I do know is this show is garbage. If you go back to that picture, or the one with the three knuckleheads of the show.
Let me go put that on. Yeah,
all right.
I'm doing a poll first.
First of all, you see Superman here, and you got to go. Okay, he looks, I guess, like Superman. I mean, I don't like the S on his chest. All right, but the show's mostly about Clark Kent and his buddy to the right there. See, that's Jimmy Olsen. Yes, it's Jimmy Olsen, and of course Lois Lane. Now, if you look at this for a second, Clark looks like Clark Kent pretty much. I mean, animation style notwithstanding, he looks like Clark Kent. He's a big kid, whatever. Jimmy doesn't look like Jimmy Olsen, but he looks like a normal kid. They're both the same age, but I need to go back to Lois.
Why isn't Jimmy Olsen older? I mean, much younger than
not in this.
Clark Kent. And
there you go. No, but they're college roommates now. Both interning. They're starting as interns at the Daily Planet. Now Lois has been there a little bit ahead of them. Look, that's supposed to be Lois Lane right there. Lois Lane's supposed to be one of the most beautiful women. She's already, when Superman starts his career, she's an established reporter with experience and has a name for herself.
She's famous.
Now she's working for Perry White, getting coffee and all that stuff, being an intern, and being and wants to be a reporter, but he won't let her. But look at her though, the way the design for a second. That looks like a 13-year-old boy to me.
Yeah, that is not ultra low budget anime, right?
But I mean, that's on purpose. That's on purpose.
Yeah, it's on purpose. Yeah.
Look at it.
I got to say, I'm not a big fan of anime, but I thought the animation was okay in terms of the movement and it's not my favorite style. No, don't throw kryptonite at me. But I just never liked that anime kind of style. But especially not for Superman and the way Clark is just a total moron in this, and he's breaking things all over. He's breaking his alarm clock every day, and I guess it's supposed to be funny, but I mean, Clark Kent as Superman, if he loses control of his strength, I mean, if he shakes he says, don't break your hand, don't break it. I mean, if you squeeze Perry White's hand too hard, you're gonna turn it to jelly. I mean, it's not. I mean, so it doesn't make sense that he's this out of control with his powers. He's breaking doors every time he goes to open a door, and
but it's almost like there's no imagination, because it sounds like we're back to the broken down. Every character is Homer Simpson, a buffoon, stumbling, and
comedic.
Yeah, everything's a joke, and then we've talked about like that. Yeah, every male character, and like we talked about with Thor, it was kind of okay, maybe a little bit, but then you lose any respect
wore
or
thin.
gravitas for the computer for the character. They become a joke, and it's unfortunate in every single show now. It seems like it's like they have the carbon copy, rinse. It's doing the same thing. So, and you wonder why people aren't watching this stuff because there's no originality. There's no respect for it. It's just everything's the same, and people are starting to see through it. I think to some degree.
Well, what happens here basically is it opens up. My original. Oh, by the way, Mark, you said something I should address for the fun of it. You keep saying anime style.
Yep.
Well, I was over there right before I came over here. I was over there on hey, your Muslim uncle's here. Hey, buddy.
Hey, Muslim. Yep. He says he hasn't watched the show yet. Yep.
I was over there at Tom's right before we came over here. They was doing this night show, and we were talking about the show, and he kept saying the term anime style, and because he has a pretty, as you know, big audience in the chat, all the anime fans were pissed off at him for saying that was anime style. So
yeah.
Man, they're going after Tom for it. So call it whatever style you want.
Yeah,
I don't like anime style either that much. So sue me. There's a similarity to it.
There's a influence there. There's not direct anime, but
I think this is about the people that She-Ra, dude.
Yeah.
Well, I will tell you the anime that I've seen that the missus watch and the kids do, and I've watched some with my kid. This is not like this is a different art style. It's almost more cartoonish than it is anime from what I've seen. And so to call it
right. And anime fans don't like hearing that
exactly.
But anyway, all right. So anyway, but my point about here in this case, if you look at again the guys like Perry White, yes, he's a racist, he's race swapped, as is Jimmy Olsen, but they look like guys. Even Clark or Superman, they look like regular sized normal men. Every female in this show looks like. Well, look at every female you see in the first couple episodes, especially Lois, who looks like a 13-year-old boy. Incidentally, I guess, do we spoil her? I mean, you want to spoil her anything?
I don't think anyone really cares. Right?
Yeah, I don't think.
Do they have the scene? You've got me, I've got you, or
no? He doesn't even become. First of all, they become interns, right? The movie. First of all, the episode opens up. The first one, as you remember, where he's young Clark. He's about like there's a scene right there, and he's like, what, maybe 9-10 years old. And he's trying to get his kite out of his tree, but he's just trying to jump, and he can't reach it. And then he sees this lady driving down the road, and she's going too fast, and she's distracted. He goes, oh no, he's yelling, you're gonna hit a pothole. He goes and chases after her, and she hits it, and she's going out of control. And he stands there for a second, and then he starts running, and he's starting to get these electricity all of a sudden starts crackling. I'm like, what is this, the Flash? And then, boom, he runs real fast and saves her in the car and all this kind of nonsense. So after that, I'm like, we cut to, I guess, maybe 10 years later, where he's just now entering college, and he's making friends with his new buddy, Jimmy Olsen, who's the same age. He's breaking things.
He's breaking the alarm clock
with
there.
his power. So all this time, he hasn't really taken care of it. Right, he hasn't been able to master his powers, right? And anyway, they meet Perry White, they meet Lois. Lois is ordered not to go out into the field like she's stuck out already, but she talks these two idiots into going somewhere to scoop something, even though they're supposed to be getting coffee and doing interns type stuff. And anyway, they end up, wackiness ensues, and they get attacked by some they start trailing some chick with weird powers, and somehow they get attacked by these robot thingies. And Clark has no choice but to cover his face up and go to try stop him, and he saves Lois and Jimmy from them, and he fights these robot whatevers. And from that, and they can't see his face, he's not doesn't have a costume yet, but calls him Superman for some reason. She names him Superman, which is fine. She did it in the movie, whatever, man, right? But she's not a reporter. So
she's an intern still, right?
It means nothing. Because they didn't take the time to set her up. Lois and Superman, the Lois and Superman relationship is hinged upon she's a tough, grizzled reporter who's been around the block a little bit. Still a young, beautiful woman. And he's a new bumpkin coming to the city for the first time with his powers. He's He's no child either. They're both young adults, and she's again Lois Lane. It can go out.
I guess all in college together, right?
Right. She goes out and chases stories. Okay, but she earned it in the comics. You say what you want about not being empowered. This now takes the tack, like all these kids today, Glove. A story about a kid who's done nothing, earned nothing. She is nothing. She's an intern. They're both, and she goes out and disobeys her boss, and she gets this story, and he's going to reward her by making her a reporter. That's what kids are being taught today. I don't care what you say if I'm being old-fashioned. That is the kind of crap that these idiot kids believe in these days, and that's idiots who make this believe it. That's what you're saying. You're saying Lois Lane didn't have to go, bust her ass and become an intelligent, educated, and experienced reporter. She just had to tell her, treat her stupid boss like he's a jerk and not listen to him and go do what she wanted to do. And once she does that, she's going to get rewarded for it because he's just a dumb old man, doesn't know what he's doing.
If they'd made her a reporter and then she goes after the story,
they're going to make her a reporter.
Yeah, but he's like Perry White's like, you're basically here to scan things and get coffee. And on the one hand, I do like the character of being a go-getter, but she's also, as you said, disobeying the boss. And it's only it could be protection. She's an intern. Like, you're not supposed to be doing this.
You got to pay your dues.
Like Glenn Rod said it, working hard and achieving is an anathema to these people. Yeah.
It doesn't make sense that they would make her an intern. I mean, why don't they just have her? Why don't they have him out of college and then hired as a reporter? I mean, the story works much better that way. They've got to show that she's disobeying authority or authority.
She's sticking it to the man.
You've already got your perfect setup with these characters. He is. Yeah. Yes, he's. You can have the young Superman, right? Just getting started, but Lois is already in her career fairly established and well known, and she's a professional. That's empowerment, folks, not this bullshit. And not only that,
Kirby hit Eric K's mouse. Yes, I'm guessing Kirby's a little bit bigger than this right now, but I hope. Let Kirby do some wrenching someday, Eric. Yeah.
So now we get to learn about the origin in the second episode, because she called him Superman, but we have not seen a costume yet. Second episode, there's a flashback to when he was a kid again, and he's there with Paw and body positive Ma Kent. Paw again, when the man Paw Kent looks fine. But Ma Kent has to be body positive, of course. Why?
Does he have how come this picture's got no trunks and here he's got trunks?
I'm about to tell you why. I'll tell you why if you want.
Yes,
it's the only almost mildly interesting, decent scene in the whole episode. They in the flashback, the ship's embedded in the ground, and they go into it, the three of them, and they see this hologram of Jor-El, and just like I don't know what is it with the fascination with these idiots having Jor-El as a hologram in all these modern iterations as well. But anyway, it can't translate Kryptonian into English, so it kind of spooks them and they just leave it alone for 10 years. But then after this stuff happens in this episode, he goes home and he goes, I got to go down there and got to find out more about myself. I got to try this time. Goes down there and he has it out with the by the way, Ma goes there with him, but Paul Kent's just like, I got shit to do. And he doesn't show up. He's just a dumbass man, right? So he goes down there and he has it out. He finally, he still doesn't learn how to communicate with him because he's Kryptonian. It's so stupid. But he finally starts seeing, he shows him holograms of what happened to Krypton and what is himself as a baby. Then he gives him a costume, and with the symbol that he's wearing, all that kind of rot. And it's that one. And Ma Kent does the only thing that's at least made me smile in the whole episode. She says, oh, that's terrible. You need something like some shorts on there or something. And she adds the shorts.
Look how much better it looks.
And a belt. And she said, and a belt. You need a belt and some shorts. And it does look better. The S still looks like shit.
Yeah, what's up with that S?
That is lame.
Terrible S. Makes an S of himself. So again, look at Lois. That's you think that was some little dude.
Oh, there's Wade Wilson.
I don't know this. Yeah, that's
Wade
supposed
Wilson
to be Slade Wilson.
Slade Wilson. Oh yeah, sorry, Wade
the Terminator Deathstroke. Which is not in the episode yet, but they have some weird version. I don't know if she's live wire or what. So he goes back and now he's ends up in a fight again with this chick with the. Oh, by the way, here's another part of the story you'll find different. In every single iteration of the Superman Lois story that I've ever seen, she falls in love with Superman, right? Not Clark. And this, she's in love with Clark, which is back ass word.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, because she's all over him, she can't get enough of. She's in love with him, which is weird because it looks weird. They look again. Look at. I'm not going to say anything. I can't say much, but you know what they look like there. Look at them. They're like.
Yep.
You don't
She's
want
all
to.
hopped up on Mountain Dew.
Yeah, it's just
So,
a bad.
you know what I'm saying? It's just
not a great.
Well,
not a great
basically,
look, yeah.
it doesn't add. It's not like elegant. It's not classy. It's just because the Lois Lane always had a class to her, the way she carried herself, and
Sure.
even whether it's the movies or the TV shows, there was, you had that connection on, but it wasn't manic. It was, but I can see it looking in that one picture there. The way she's got him, and he's like almost like scared, like you're hugging the puppy too hard, and look at her mouth, look at her face. She's like, it's I see what you're saying.
She's fighting some chick. He's fighting some chick with some. I don't know if it's electrical type power or whatever. But I mean, maybe their version of live wire. But the thing ends. I think so. But the thing ends. We get to see Task Force X is mentioned, and we see Amanda Waller for a second.
You get a little bit of Waller. Yep, that's it. Yep.
So I guess seeing that picture you're showing there, I guess that means we're going to get Deathstroke. Oh boy! Why
do
would
you
he?
think this is?
He shouldn't
Do you
even
think
mess
this
around
is
with Superman? What?
Do you think this is geared more towards kids or more toward? I've only watched the first episode. But why is it?
It was like Adult Swim. It's late.
Yeah,
well,
so Max also.
But I think Clobby may
Max
be onto
also.
something. You may have the Trojan horse here, and that there is a reason why it's on Adult Swim. You may not have seen it now, but at some point it's going to reveal why it's at Adult Swim. So, it may not be now, but it'll be somewhere down the road. You're going to see why they put it in that time slot.
Clearly, it's Lois. Lois is the main thing because it says "My Adventures with Superman." Who do you think they're talking about? Lois, right?
Lois and Jimmy, I guess too, right?
Maybe both. Jimmy. And
well,
again,
both together, it's like
they are. They're
more Lois probably, but yeah.
But it's and that's I don't like that idea that much anyway. But that would be fine. But why would you make Lois like that? And again, I cannot stress enough. As bad as she looks, her story is already out the window when they make her just a dumb young intern. That's not where the story should ever start with these two.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they just can't leave our cherished stuff alone.
Nope.
It's like just make something new.
Oh,
make
he's
something new.
He's a wimp, by the way. He gets his ass handed to him but I can't really be honest with you. That I can't say much about because Bruce Timm did the same thing to him. He got his ass kicked every episode in that too. So, that's supposed to be Lois Lane. I don't even like Lois Lane. She's such a biatch, but she's a beautiful woman. That I don't know what the hell that is. Sorry.
Well, I guess so. Is it anime? They're calling I think it's a mix there. I don't think it's anime adjacent. I'm gonna say or anime influence.
Mm-hmm.
And the animations were not bad. I have to say the flow, the actual physical movements.
Anime Superman.
But I just don't like that style. Yeah, well, I guess they're
other way.
Other way. Yep. I got that quote somewhere too, but at the ready. Yep. Yeah, that's a classic. But yeah, RK's got that one right. Yep. Yeah. So, but I think we've talked about this this show enough, so I guess we'd have to say that like we always say here on our streams, go try it out yourself. Your mileage may vary, but most of the panel doesn't see. People who've watched it don't seem to have liked it. And did you like My Adventures of Superman in the poll? We've got yes 30%, so we did get some people who liked it. And no, 71%. So there's some people that did like it. I just don't like that style, and The way they made Clark out to be an idiot. Well, finish the second episode, I guess. I mean, usually when I'm doing work, you just kind of put it on. It's on the background,
Yeah.
so it's
I mean, it's not as bad as Suckered Invasion or in Banana Jones, the dial of Diaperness or whatever the hell you. I'm tired of making up names for it.
Tired of making up names, yeah.
Or
I will say
Strangled
this,
Worms. Maybe it's
kind
not
of
as bad as Strangled Worms. Hey, buddy, go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
No, that's all right. I was just going to say it's kind of a wrap up, and I don't think anybody will be surprised by me saying this, but it also goes to show you too that Adult Swim is a husk of its former self. I mean, it used to be cut, even if you didn't like the stuff, and some of the stuff was really weird and unlikable. Don't get me wrong, but at least it was cutting edge. It was interesting. They would try, it's like let's throw everything against the wall and see what sticks. And now it's reruns of stuff, and with the strike, it's going to be even worse. I have a feeling, hey, if you like animation, they're probably going to start importing a lot more animation like they used to do in the old days. Because that's the only thing that's going to save it, because they're not writing anything new right now at all.
Hey, and Mighty Thor.
Just got back from the gym. I'm not who I used to be, but I am working on it.
Shazam!
Shocking all.
Shazam.
I wear this in honor of my buddy John Davey. If he ever comes to a con near you, go. He's Scuba. You're too young to know who he is. He was the third person actually to play Captain Marvel. The first was who's the guy in the serial? Tom Tyler, is that right, Claudia?
Tom Tyler, that's right. And then it was Jackson.
Yep, Jackson Bostwick. Yeah, and then he got fired, and then John, who is a Marine, and who's also been on guest shots on like every show that Klobby likes. He told me the story. Yeah. He told me the story. He was in a room reading to read for Magnum PI. You know, they have everybody in a hallway basically, and they call you in one by one. And he's there like reading the lines, and this guy comes in and he goes, he says, what are you guys waiting for? And he goes, oh, we got to wait to read for this part. And the guy goes, Sylvester Stallone, don't wait for nobody, and walked out.
For Magnum.
Awesome.
Yeah.
For Magnum.
This is for Eric K. It's a few seconds late, but I did find the clip.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
I love that movie.
Yeah, all-time great clips. Yep.
When that came out, I started posting, or not when that one came out. Sorry, when Doctor Strange came out, I kept posting because I thought it was hilarious and nobody reacted. I kept posting, Dormammu, I have come to bargain and to chew bubblegum.
Bargain.
Nobody you were talking about animation.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, we got an animator here.
Yeah, other than Maddie, animation is my life. So what's the?
Oh, we were talking about that new stupid Superman show. Show it.
Oh, is it bad?
Yeah, let me show it again.
Oh, it's bad.
Well, if you hadn't been working out, you would have been able to see what we were talking about.
I was going to say, geez, Steve, we were just past this. Oh.
Oh, sorry. Well, you don't have to then. I mean,
Steve drags us back in.
We want the.
We're doing it.
Opinion.
We're going.
I don't. Well, I don't like the S. I don't hate the face design. I don't love it, but I don't hate it.
We're talking about Lois. Look at Lois. She looks like a boy.
No. He said S.
I don't like that's Lois Lane.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead.
That looks like Beast Boy. Yeah. It looks like Beast Boy.
Beast Boy.
Oh gosh.
No, I wasn't trying to be demeaning or anything. I mean, that to me looks.
No,
like
I know
Beast
what you're
Boy.
saying. I know. I have somebody that draws Beast Boy all the time. Yeah, it does.
On the story was just even worse too. If you
see,
watch
that's somebody who, by the way, this was changed here. Somewhat, that's a fan that they made Lois look feminine actually, and they made Jimmy the
redhead again.
A redhead, a ginger. Let's just say a ginger.
I just clicked on
where the movie changed it. Show them the real one. Show them one from the movie though, but that's the way it is in the TV show. I mean, so that's awful. That's horrible.
This reminds me of Sandra Bernhardt went to a NOW event, and she was wearing a skirt, and somebody said, "Do you have any idea what you're doing to the feminist movement by wearing that skirt?" And Sandra Bernhardt said, who's a feminist lesbian activist, said, "Well, hopefully I'm feminizing it."
Right?
So, yeah, I mean, it's ironic. To be a feminist, you don't have to make women masculine.
Yeah.
Anyway, I hope the animation is good, at least, because animation is
not in this.
Let me define, because non-animators tend to equate what anything they see on the screen with animation. The animation is the movement. So, like, you could have a terrible character design, but still have nice flowing, well done movement.
The movement was good in this, I thought.
Yeah. I heard somebody, as I was lifting heavy things, putting them back down again, heard somebody talk about anime. And anime tends to be very limited animation. Now, I understand it's getting better, but they do things like, I've seen a lot of they're obsessed with shadows in Japan. And I've seen a lot of shadows on faces where faces are talking, and this is the shadow. And they just keep doing the same thing, 20 frames each way. And it just, after a while, it starts to look like a machine. There's no variation.
Well, it's to save money, I guess, right? Yep.
I don't know. I am watching Way of the House.
It's to save money, but yeah, but when is that ever a good thing for art?
Right.
Well, to be fair, Steve, we weren't really commenting much on the art or the animation of it. We were talking about the horrible story and the horrible way it's written and all the bad, So yeah, and the characterization and all that bad stuff. So we weren't really beating up on the animation. Or
it brought Clavi to a movement.
I did hear. I didn't have my headphones in, but I did hear Clavi. Yeah. Shaking the walls with righteous indignation.
Yeah,
I don't know how righteous it was, but I'll take it.
but just to clarify for people, if you're looking at like these images we're looking at here, if somebody says animation, that's not animation. This is art direction that you would like. I don't like the bodysuit without the belt and the wrestler shorts, and those are not underwear because they don't have a fly.
It's the only good scene. It's the only good scene on the show where Jarrell gives him that stupid outfit, and Mom actually says, "That's terrible. You need shorts you should have some shorts and a belt." And she put it on.
Well, that's good.
That's the only good thing of the whole piece of trash.
That's something. He's drawn fairly well.
He's the least of the problems. Yeah.
He's not overworked. A lot of that stuff from those movies from 10, 20 years ago, where everybody had giant slashes where their chins would be, and especially like in Flashpoint, they're obsessed with these little pockets of fat that they drew on everybody, under the mouth. So, but I do like the design of his physique here. It's masculine. It's traditionally Superman, but it's not to the point where they're drawing like every vein and every ripple that you would never see. You would never see.
Yep.
It actually is the only good thing about that and that thing with the trunks. A lot of this has reminded me of this so-called story. Reminded me of a movie that came out 2 years ago, a DC animated film called Superman: Man of Tomorrow, which I thought was atrocious. And if you pull up some pictures of that, Superman is a total wafy wimp in it. You should take a look at that. This actually looks better than that, but some of the story elements are for the same one.
You have more of a problem with the story, I guess, and whether or not you like the art style. I thought the movement and flow and animation was decent, but
and so those are different. Those are different people as well. So the art director would be the guy that draws what they call a turnaround. They'll draw the character in front view, in side view, 3/4 view, back view. You've probably seen that. And he'll do that for all the characters. He'll have somebody design the buildings and the backgrounds and the color palette. And then those are given to the animators along with what's happening in the shot. And the director will usually draw a quick little, what they call a thumbnail drawing. And then the animators will take that and turn it into the finished movement. So that's my thing. I'm very passionate about. So Scuba, you don't know me that well. I'm very passionate about animation. I think to me, animation is life.
This is cool.
You know, everybody knows some. Klobby, Sybil and I went to The Lion King, and when Mufasa died, Sybil was crying. And as I heard her crying, I kind of pulled myself out of the story and listened, and I could hear crying from adults because it was a nighttime show from adults all around the theater. To me, that's like the highest form of art when you can make people love something so much they cry.
Yep.
Animation can be the highest form of art, in my opinion. There are very few songs can make people cry. Kandinsky or El Greco or Gauguin, they generally speaking don't make people cry when looking at their artwork. Same with poems. So that's my rant on animation.
No, I hear you.
Well done. Yep. So why don't we get off the Superman? And I guess who's this?
And my high horse.
That's the big bad. I guess that's supposed to be Livewire. I guess.
I don't know if she's Livewire or not. There was someone that had some electrical powers.
But the nice thing is, she's got the haircut from Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber, though. At least, so I mean,
all the women look horrible in this. All the females.
I like it a lot.
a lot. Yeah, all the women look terrible in this show. The females.
I like you a lot.
How's that for finding a clip quickly?
Nice.
All right.
Every time you play a Jim Carrey clip, an angel gets kicked in the testicles.
That's one of the greatest movies in movie
I
history.
can't stand Jim Carrey.
Oh, but he's just so good and so good.
I like him in some stuff. He's a total scumbag.
I like his politics, his acting.
Not good.
Lauren Holly.
Not good, like 1 out of 100.
I'd say more like 1 out of 1,000,000.
I had to break.
So you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah! I read you.
Loud and clear.
Now, Lauren Holly is somebody I can get behind.
Oh,
and
well,
I don't mean that in a dirty way.
Oh, my. I do.
Nice set of hooters you got there.
Dave, why are you playing that?
Yeah, why? What do you mean?
Meanwhile, back on Earth.
Well, back on Earth. Yeah.
Did I miss Scuba Pete's? I assume he was showing collectibles. Did I miss it?
No, we have not done that yet.
Yeah, why don't we do that now?
People keep bringing Superman back up, so we haven't.
Sorry.
Keep pulling me back in.
Pulling you back in. Yeah, yep.
No.
So,
somebody I did hear while I was working out. Somebody mentioned John Rice Davies. He's going to be in August. He's going to be at the Salt Lake Comic Con. I might go and take Maddie just to meet John Rice Davies.
Very cool.
Although Don Bluth will be there, and almost all the cast of Back to the Future, Michael J. Fox will be there.
Nice.
It's going to be real. Tons of really cool people are going to be there. Even though I go for the comics and to meet other people and stuff, and there are some people I would like to meet. And John Rice Davies, is the monarch of the sea.
He is the Thor. Also, talk about the Thor voice he did was amazing.
Thor voice he did was great. He was he was in Sliders. He was in he was actually the tallest member of the Lord of the Rings cast, which is kind of funny.
Gimli the dwarf.
He's like 6'3" or something. Yeah, he's really tall. And he was also the original Kingpin
in the Trial of the Incredible Hulk.
Trial of the Incredible Hulk with Rex Smith who did a pretty good Daredevil for the 80s. It was a pretty good Daredevil.
I would ask him about his Thor though, and I said, "Stay thy hand, villain, or face the wrath of Thor, god of thunder." I'd get him to say that.
I just want to walk up to him. I just want to walk up to him and say, "What is it? You knock on my door with such insolence." That was the Thor, the Eric Kramer's Thor from from one of the other Incredible Hulk movies. Yeah. If you don't know who Eric Kramer is, he was Little John in Men in Tights.
Yes.
Good actor. Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah. friend of mine got to meet John at a con down in Tennessee, and he brought his young son. He's 6, yeah, 6 going on 7.
John Rice Davies?
Yeah, and so they were waiting in line, and
God bless that man.
yeah, and so my buddy, you know, he's going to get an autograph for himself,
Sure.
and his son's kind of, you know, he's little, you know, you're waiting in line and all that. Well, they got up there, yeah, he's just impatient. He doesn't know. Well, he said that John was like, you know, asked his hand, like, give me that photo, and he's like, here you go, and so he signed it to his son. He did one for free. And it was a picture of him and Indy where he's like holding the camel. And so he signed it, and then he put me, and then he put the arrow to himself. And then my buddy's son's name, which I'm not going to say, he put his name, and then he drew it to the camel and put you.
I have friends that met him and said he was just a super nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like got to have a legitimate, you know, conversation with him. It wasn't just
yeah.
Nice,
a lot, you know,
nice,
a lot of them are like that. A lot of I was some of these guys have heard me say this before. David Lopan.
Oh yeah.
What a jerk. He was so like I told him in Chinese
James
how
Wong.
much I loved his work. And he was like, "Oh, that's nice." You can see he was like face. He was like, "You gonna buy
But didn't you?
something?"
I heard he told me that you called him an a-hole. You used the wrong dialect.
No, my Chinese is better than his. people think that James Hong is from China. He's from Wisconsin.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's
So he didn't
American.
understand what you said. That was the problem.
You were not putting this well together, Mr. Button.
Carl,
This really pisses me off to no end.
Carl Urban is great if you're a woman. If you're a guy, he is like.
That's pretty much all of them. Let's be honest, that's probably all of them.
No, Dean Cain, super nice guy.
No, yeah, I'm talking about the ones that are dicks, but not to chicks. They're just like,
Don't they talk like Canadians up in Wisconsin and then like or hoser and stuff? I'm kidding.
No way.
But I will say seriously though, on to that point though, we had a wonderful experience. I know we'd shared it over on our channel. I don't think I'd shared it here, but we actually with Star Wars the celebrations back in the early 2000s. This is how far it goes. It goes the pre-dark times before the Empire. The dark times took over. But
we know what you mean.
I know
we follow you.
But
for the dark times before
exactly.
Disney.
We were on the convention floor, my oldest and I, and Anthony Daniels was walking around on the floor, unescorted, just on his own. And it was amazing. And I looked over and saw he was actually taking pictures with people.
Wow.
Just randomly, just on the floor. And I'm like, you could see he was getting a little pissed because this one woman kept trying to bring everybody over. And it was like, lady, you take that picture with us, whoever you can, as quickly as that was my attitude.
Don't take advantage.
So, yeah, exactly.
Right, yeah.
So he got done. So I kind of like, can we have a picture? My oldest and me. And it wasn't me. I didn't even get in the picture. It was just my oldest with him. Beautiful picture. Her long pigtails. Beautiful picture with that. Was wonderful. We thanked him for his time. I actually, the next year they had it back in Orlando. I went and I actually paid the $50 for an autograph because it's like, look, he took his time, did something for us that got a memory. And my wife had it professionally developed, had it really nice. Well, that leads to another story. The next year we went, got in line. We had my oldest little sister with, was a little patient, a little more feisty. Well, we went up there. Well, the younger one just bumped the table because she wanted to see and stuff. And he kind of like back off. He kind of reacted. But my wife said, he's got this wonderful penmanship. It's beautiful signature. And he did probably what is. And my youngest is a little more, you get embarrassed, that type of thing. And he could see she got upset. And he's like, hold on. He signed our picture and he's like, hold on a second. We had a Build-A-Bear that had a C-3PO costume, and because he had talked and remarked about it, he said, "Give me that." Beautiful signature on the back side of the bear with that. He said, "Don't tell anybody I did this." Shh. And
Get in trouble,
we just got it, and it was like wonderful experience, wonderful man, wonderful actor, and he really, because and like we said, we understood that well at the moment, but when he saw the kid was upset, he reacted, he did it, and that was one of our great character actor experiences with the actors, and it meant a lot to us. So I got to shout that out because we all have some bad experiences, but we need to talk about the guys that have done great. That's been our best experience. But when Disney had Star Wars weekends before, they were actually better with Disney and Star Wars before they bought it, because they did the Star Wars weekends where it was like prequels and original stuff, and it was just a fun fan. It got so huge that it was getting really crowded. It was becoming uncomfortably crowded. But they had the actors. And we met Peter Mayhew, we met Kenny Baker, we met Daniel Logan, we met Jeremy Bullock. We had Jeremy Bullock sign a Boba Fett helmet and a Slave One, and things like that. But all these actors were really nice people, and so we've been blessed to meet a lot of good people.
Woo!
Yeah,
very nice.
I have a friend actually. So this was given to me by a friend who Claudia can never meet because he would kill her husband to be with this woman because she's like she's like the nerd's dream. I mean, she's smart, pretty, and tall, and very nerdy, and she's generous to a fault. But they met Brandon Routh, and her husband is in the Army, and I guess he had something on his wrist or something that identified him as military. And Brandon Routh said to him, apparently, "Are you in the military?" And he said, "Yeah, I'm in the Army." And he said, "All right, no charge. Let's take a couple of pictures together."
Nice,
which was really cool.
Yep. Class act.
Carrie Elways, I bought 2 photos of him as gifts, and you give the money to the assistant and you move down the line. And he went, "Is there a mistake? Did you buy 2?" And I said, "Yeah, this is make great gifts because everybody loves this movie." And he said, "Oh, God bless you." So shaking my hand, "God bless you." And he said, "Did you get one for yourself?" And I said, "Well, budget, And he said, "Well, do you have your cell phone?" And I said, "Yeah." And we took out, and I have a cell phone with Carrie Elways, which is really cool. This is the guy I was telling you about. Scuba Pete. This guy was one of the guys who played Captain Marvel in the 70s in the TV show, and we're friends now. We joke around all the time. And Michael Gray also. Now Michael Gray is like 70, and John's like, I think he's 84. So these guys are older, but very.
I missed it.
Sorry. I just happen to have these. Unfortunately, Les Tremaine has passed
very cool.
away.
Yeah.
And I was telling about how in a way this show may have saved my life because this got me into comic books. Comic books got me into the Incredible Hulk, and the Incredible Hulk got me into weight training. And we have a lot of heart disease in my family. And if I had not learned about comic books and weight training, I probably would have continued being an obese child, obese adult. I'd probably be talking to you dead here today. So, yeah. But anyway, so yeah, some people, yeah, it was a good show for its time. I mean, if you look at it now, you're like, oh my God, they spent a nickel on the special effects.
I think it holds up pretty well, though. I mean, relatively speaking, the practical.
The more new stuff that comes out and is just utter shite, the more it drives me backwards to the good old stuff. And you can call it campy. You can say, oh, well, they did it on a shoestring budget, but there is something just, I don't know, delectable about that.
It's cowboy diplomacy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree. Actually, my training, one of my things that I'm trained in, one of my degrees is in visual effects for movies. And I didn't go into it because by the time I started school and the time I ended school, the pay had gone from pretty good pay to nothing. And the thing I heard somebody say, what did Steve do on World Enough in Time? I did CG stuff. I modeled bathrooms on the Enterprise. This is a joke I always make. I don't remember what I did.
Well, there's one bathroom on the Enterprise in one of the
yeah. I did talk to George. Yeah. I did talk to George Takei quite a bit because he was there for like a couple of weeks. But
cool. But
even with that said, I do still prefer the old school. I like it to be done practical if practical. You know, if you can get somebody, even a stuntman in a costume to do it, I'm all for that. If it looks too, I don't know, too perfect and too impossible, it just loses something for me.
Yeah, I agree.
And now, so you want to get on to Scuba Pete? I'll shut up now.
Yeah. I'm just going to tweet out again that Scuba's on. No, we don't want you to shut up. What are you, crazy? First of all, you don't want to get Thor angry, right? Or the Hulk. But yeah, it's great hearing. You're a professional, right? So it's great hearing this this stuff.
Hey guys,
so,
I'm back. Is Steve on talking?
Back.
Sorry, Steve. I couldn't resist, dude.
Wowzers.
No, Steve,
Tough crowd,
honestly,
tough crowd.
ask Dadman and Mark. I was actually bragging about you on the show earlier with Dadman, and I was saying, like, oh, I want to show Steve this, and I want him to explain to me how this works, and also, no, dude, I appreciate you, but I just couldn't resist.
I actually did listen in for a little while, but I didn't log in and let you guys know because I could only hang for about 20 minutes because when I don't have Maddie, I have to.
Dude, it's Dadman's show. I couldn't have pulled you on anyway, but still, it would have been,
Oh dang! Well, hey, no, party's always open. I'm an open party line. We can bring Steve on anytime.
I try to support as many of the channels in the group. Obviously, Mark and Claudia, Dadman, almost every day with Dadman lately.
Absolutely.
Gil, aka Cardinal Sin, Retro Nerd Girl, who I'm developing a crush on. I shouldn't say that. That'll make her feel uncomfortable.
She's never gonna come back.
No, but Steve,
there we go.
There you go. Perfect.
Oh my God! I started a.
There you go.
Hey, Retro.
There she is. Oh my God, she's here. She's here.
Awkward.
I don't have the other screen open, so yeah.
Oh wow! I thought you were
here. Well, good. You can bring her on, and I'll leave now.
No.
Bury my face in shame.
Bring her on. But you
That's awesome.
Thor's blushing now.
Yeah, I didn't know Thor blushed.
Every time you show that, it reminds me I have to go back to the gym. As a matter of fact,
Is that how we get rid of Steve? Just
See, he's
going to do some curls. He's curling. He's getting his curls. Yep. Where's your dumbbells there?
I never do curls.
You don't do curls, no?
Don't have to.
No, it's
kettlebell.
No. If I do curls, my arms will be this big and my legs will be this big.
Well, you always should skip leg day.
No, I used to do squats of 360 pounds for 5 sets of 10, and I had what they call lucky legs. I was lucky they didn't break off because I've always had skinny legs. It's just a genetic.
Yeah, it's like
like
That's
what?
awesome.
Scuba?
I would just no matter what you do to them, it's like nope, they still look the same.
Yeah, it's just a curse. But if I train my back one day, I'll look like a cobra. If I train my biceps, I'll look like a gym bro if I train my biceps because it's the only thing that grows. So I don't really do curls. So more information than you wanted. Now,
yes,
Well, Steve, I will say that tonight, if you had crashed my show, it would have been the perfect time to crash because Pat and us, we really got geeky with stuff. Mark's out there. We're talking comics. We've got a little bit of Superman or something thrown in there. Hey, we were rocking and rolling on that side. We didn't even get to the arcade games, but hey,
your tech knowledge was lacking though, Dad. Man, we got to work on that.
We accountants don't have a sense of humor. We're not used to being considered superheroes or sidekicks. We're just the one to keep people out of jail. Yeah.
But Pat S has the great stuff. But why don't we get Scuba to show us his good bits? Yeah.
Okay.
Let's show us some stuff,
So
Scuba.
we'll start out slow and then we'll build to a crescendo. So you were showing some of your 3D printed, like your idol. I went to Joe Fest for G.I. Joe, but I have the aircraft carrier down below, right? Well, one of the things I found was 3D printed urinals.
So you need those for the aircraft
Right?
carrier, right?
And Tweety.
Wow.
Does it come with a
Nice.
urinal cake though?
I think you know what? I think that's optional. There's like a little I could color it in. But I figure I'm gonna take
awesome.
Shipwreck, who's always goofing off, everywhere on my flag, and I'm gonna have him sitting on the crapper,
That's awesome.
while Cobra attacks. But I had to show you that.
That's
How many
cool.
bathrooms in the USS Flag?
Well, none that it came with, but
Right.
I've got so many layers going on there. I can add it. I've got a couple extra rooms, so
Show me your new. There we go.
Mm-hmm. So this is a Takara G.I. Joe. So this is G.I. Joe from Japan, and I picked that up also at Joe Fest. Trying not to get the
Now
glare.
that's in a special protective case, I guess, or
yeah, it's just
clamshell?
it's in a clamshell case,
so it doesn't get messed up anymore. Right?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in a nicer, smaller acrylic case that really, kind of hug it and keep the bubble safe. But being it's a torpedo, had to, scuba diver.
Yeah, that is awesome. Yeah,
really cool. I'm, it's one of those where you collect so much stuff, and you start going for kind of the weird variants or international things. Yeah.
Like if you like music, you want to get every the import version of the
Yeah,
album.
exactly.
Or whatever. Yeah.
Well, this is I showed
Oh,
this over on
Raquel would love to see
Brandon,
that.
right?
Go crazy.
This is for you,
Yeah.
Raquel. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
you
and
go
it's
nuts
got
over that.
it's got the sub there too. Wow,
it's got
Scuba Pete friendly.
Straker on the
with
moon base.
interceptor.
Yeah, it does have
man.
Paul Foster on the side. She won't like that, but still, she'll love it anyway.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's great.
What's that? What's that? I don't remember. Oh yeah, that's the VTOL aircraft they had. In
Yeah,
some of the
they
episodes,
had it in a couple episodes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Oh
then-
wow, look, the interceptors.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah.
Way to get.
So
together.
is that just British or only in Britain?
Oh,
This
imagining?
was it was made by Thermos, so
Back then they had. I mean, that
You
was
know,
a big
a
deal.
lot.
Those kind of lunch boxes were
Oh,
big.
God,
man.
look at that! Yeah, with the thermos
And the
Oh
thermos,
my God, we
baby.
gotta tell Raquel. I wish she
Oh,
could see that.
Oh, she would drink. She would use that for lunch every day, probably.
right?
So was that
I,
very difficult to find? I'm just, or was that like obscure? Have you seen one before? Or
I have never
UFO's not-
seen
Where'd you get this?
a UFO lunchbox. This was also
just
from
got it?
Joe Fest. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And so a guy had a whole slew of lunchboxes, and I immediately zeroed in on this one, of course.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, what if I get I got a strawberry shortcake one for Leslie, and then I
Yep.
said I'm interested in the UFO, and he was like, oh, he goes, that's a great one. He goes, I didn't want to bring it. He goes, but I mean, he goes, how many lunchboxes can you have? And I'm like, all of
They have
them?
many. Oh,
I'm like, a bunch. But yeah, this
says the guy who's going to cons selling lunch boxes, right?
Right.
I mean, know your audience, you know.
I
But that's an amazing. I mean, that's beautiful. I mean, that's
such
got to
great
be. I've
shape.
never
It's
seen
in-
one
yeah.
like that before. So
no.
yeah, I mean, it's
I don't even know what this is.
I
UFO.
also
Oh my
Oh, I
goodness
love that
gracious!
one.
Wow.
Was
That's
it a
a
TV
great
show
one.
or movie?
It's a
I-
show. It's what,
I
UFO?
had this
Yeah.
as a kid in elementary school. Little Pete packed
that's
this
awesome.
Oh,
lunchbox.
Yeah, UFO is a
That's
TV
so
show
good.
that Raquel and I and Mark and I review every night on our clubhouse. And Raquel loves the show beyond imagination. She loves it.
Yep,
Just
it's a great
telling
show.
them.
Wow.
Great show.
Wow, that's
But,
great. Oh, the classic
this is what-
Wanda,
look.
Daredevil.
What?
This
Oh
is a
my
nice
God.
lunchbox. Is this
is the
lunchbox
best.
currently like on the market, or is this like a vintage?
No, that's
thing?
old.
No, this
That was
is old.
vintage.
Yep.
Jim Starlin
Oh,
Hulk.
Oh,
That's a
the
Jim
good-
Starlin
the-
Hulk on there.
the good version, the good.
You know what
Falcon
year that
costume.
lunchbox
Yeah,
from
the
is
best.
from, Scuba, or is
This
it like
is-
70s?
From the
Yeah,
80s,
this is
80s, 90s, 80s, bro.
this is 76.
76.
Wow.
Oh,
I love
It
it.
I
looks,
love
I mean,
that.
it looks so
Yeah,
good. The colors and stuff are still so.
Like I said, it doesn't have the thermos with it, but I didn't. As soon as I saw it, I was like, my old lunchbox, and I was like, I got it.
But did it go for big bucks on this one or no? Are these all?
That one wasn't bad. The UFO
UFOs these go for.
UFO one I picked up. I think it was 70 because I did a little combo deal.
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Well, I'll tell you guys, they can get. I never thought I'd spend this much on a lunchbox, but I bought
that one.
That's very cool too.
Nice.
This one, in slightly more.
I have a
rustic
reproduction of that one from the
Used.
90s. Yeah.
It's got
Great thermos.
Scuba, send that to me, and I'll take it to the guys at that restoration place on the on the History Channel or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's here in Vegas. I could actually take that down there for. They could probably restore it.
I don't know.
Probably,
I kind of like the rusty gold though too.
It probably. Yeah, the thing is though,
It's a patina.
the thing is though, the rust will keep growing, and eventually it'll get to the point where you can't repair it anymore. So at this
We could
point,
put some oil on it too, or could oil the lunchbox to prevent the rust. You can carefully. Yes, but you got to.
What are you doing? I can't come over. I'm oiling my lunchbox.
Language.
So we're jumping the pond.
Wow.
This is from England. This is made by Palatoy, who had a line of figures called Action Force, and this is one of the bad guy vehicles. This is the Robo Skull, and so this is middle 80s. And I actually got to meet the man, Bob Breakin, who designed this back in the day when we were touring England. We got to meet up for lunch, and he took me around the old factory site there at Palatoy in Colville, which is up in the Midlands in England. And so it was just a fantastic afternoon hanging, but this is a new piece to the collection, but
that's cool.
Rotates.
Do it, Pete. It's got a real. Remember the Stratohopper Cobra vehicle? It's kind of got, doesn't it? It has that.
Yeah, it does have that feel.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it looks like He-Man a little bit too, in terms of like something from Eternia with the skull there.
Yeah, you'd think like Skeletor would drive this.
Yeah,
but it's pretty cool. So you pop the
in great shape.
Got the cockpit, and it's for two figures, one in the back. There is a boutique toy company that is making the Mark II Robo Skull, which I signed up for. So I'll have to show that off.
Like a limited edition.
They're they did.
How complete your flag, by the way?
My flag does not. It has a aft fantail railing, but it is a reproduction because I'm not spending $200 on the original.
But it does have urinals now.
But yes, it has urinals now.
Yeah, try to rebuild an Orca, my friend. See how much fun. Trying to buy. Yeah. Depth charges.
Yeah. The depth charges is the cheap part. It's the fins on the back. Oh my gosh. Minor reproductions on the whale. We're talking about the hovercraft for G.I. Joe, which is oddly on my shirt. There we go.
Yeah, it's one of the coolest vehicles ever made. The
extreme
interior.
Yeah. That was Textron Lycoming made that hovercraft, I think, if I'm remembering, because I worked at that factory. Yep. So that's a badass vehicle.
It's so cool, and it actually floats. Yep,
it floats and it can go on water or land. Yeah, so that's the other thing that people forget. Yeah, the hovercraft can go on land too.
Yep.
So not just water. Yep.
And this is my last bit to show you.
Love
it. Yes, I'm gonna take the captain's log now.
Right.
That just sounded so wrong, Mark.
I picked this up for like $8.
It looks like it's never been drawn on.
No, it's. I mean, the pen has not been cut out. It's still sealed.
You should take it to a con. You should take it to a con and get William Shatner to sign it.
Sign it,
and then enclose it in glass. Yeah. No. Yeah.
Whoops. Could you do that again? But yeah,
that's a Generation
78
pilot.
Yeah, 1978. And
I remember seeing those in stores.
Yeah,
So
I mean, we would get these for road trips.
Yeah, and they were like $1 or something, or what was it, 99 cents or something?
not
If
even.
they're 50 cents.
Yeah,
or
it was like
something,
dime
or-
store, pickup. Like,
Yeah, cheap. It was throwaway. But look how cool the artwork is on that. Just to hang that up. That's got to go up on a wall somewhere.
I've got to
hoping,
get
right?
one of those.
Yep.
I've got to get one of those. Not necessarily a
Yeah.
Star Trek one, but just do they still make those?
We used to love those things.
Oh yeah, they were great.
Oh, I don't think they make it.
I don't think they make them anymore, but
those things were awesome.
There might be something like it.
I think you can probably eBay it for, like I said, it can't be too crazy. Shabby, what's up, dude?
Dude, I'm such a bad artist.
Going
Those
off
things
toys,
were
Shabby.
awesome. Those things were so awesome because it's like I screw up drawing anyway, and then just instantly restart.
That's how you become an artist.
That's my stuff.
Thank
There
you,
we go.
Scuba. That was
Very
nice.
cool, dude.
That was very awesome. Everyone give Scuba a round of
Thank you.
applause.
Thank you.
To Shabby Geek, thank you for stopping by the Sunday Night Geekery.
Oh,
You should
he's a
be
pal of
right
mine.
at home here. Should be right at home here. And Barker, Barker says, hey
Jeff
there.
Barker.
Yeah.
Looks like our tribe is growing a little bit here. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
So here we got
Oh.
I got my Diamond Select one, but yeah, let's see if it. I tried to fix it. Let's see if it's gonna work. Come on, the buttons are kind of wonky. I took it apart. Hey, Larry's here. Oh, it's not working now. I got to take it apart again.
Larry.
But I
What
do.
happens when you
Oh, here it
transfer
goes.
to
There it goes.
engineering into command?
Well, let me turn off. I got to turn off my filter here. That's
Try
probably why.
rerouting the warp coil inductors to the main deflector dish.
Yeah, we'll do that. Yep.
How long will it take, Mark? Always add time
Just-
to it. You never want to get.
He's giving her all she's got.
Give Mark.
I cannot
30
do it,
minutes.
Captain. I
You
cannot
get it
change
done
the laws of physics.
Yeah.
Everybody does a Scotty impression, but only Clobby does it well.
Clobberdom does it the best.
I
Yep.
wouldn't know that.
Oh, your Scotty is great. I can listen to your Scotty every day, and your Cosell never.
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh right.
In that
I
case-
like his co-cell.
His
Thanks.
Cosell and his Carson suck, but his
Whoa.
but his Scotty is the best there is.
Now I
I
just
mean,
had a just forgot how to do Scotty.
I've never heard a Scotty impression as good as yours, not even by a
right.
professional impressionists.
Sorry,
Wow.
Steve. Now you have to give those comics back from your childhood to Clobby. Give them back.
Yep.
It's only fair.
Are you kidding? I bought comics from Clobby. He'd have to buy them back.
Hey,
I don't know if
Hey,
everyone's seen
I
one,
still
but,
love the Beavis
Scuba
and
was
Butthead.
showing that cool. I had my
Well, I tried,
tricorder
Steve,
out.
but I never got in there.
Let's see, get this.
Wicked.
Come on, work. I was searching for intelligent life at the costume party I was at. Let's see if it's good. I'm walking around. Everyone's like, "What is this?" I'm like, "It's a tricorder. I'm searching for intelligent life." Like a tricorder? What's that? I'm like, "Please."
Everybody thought Mark had a Bell Howell tape recorder from the 70s. He stole from the reading section of the classroom.
The collar on your shirt is not exactly correct.
Well, for $30 on Amazon.
It's not. It's not.
But what was
it's
the
not
combination?
regulation.
The safe on, that was a joke on Saturday Night Live. Yeah. Shatner, what was the combination on the safe on so and so?
And your cover isn't regulation either, sir.
Yeah.
Fix that D.
Well, maybe I have to change the batteries on this. And there's a new one coming out for the Wand Company that I keep teasing Raquel with, and she's it's so awesome. But this one was, I guess maybe the batteries are getting low here. I was probably using it too much last night, so it's not scanning. But yeah, it's what Diamond Select did a great job with this one. Yeah, and it's got I have the scanners out on my shelf, but yeah, it opens up, and but the Wand Company is going to have a great a great one. Yeah. So yeah, that was fun to hang out there, and everyone's like, "What is this stuff?" Yeah, and I had my old. Well, I just brought my cheap phase. I didn't bring the good Diamond Select. I got the new Playmates phaser, which if you God forbid you lose it, yeah. And then a 3D, you can 3D print a stand for the phaser, which is really nice too. So you can put that.
Nice.
Well,
as
you
I
can
drop
3D print another one.
Oh, it's plastic. Yeah, I put some fun tack on there so that it's holds.
I thought you were changing the clip.
Yeah, you could change the clip. Yep. Well, that's the assault phaser has the clip battery pack. Yep. but I did a review on the channel for this one. That was a pretty good.
I just bought from a friend of ours, Shabby and Jeff Barker know him, but the South Bend company made a 2-pack phaser for Star Trek back in the day. Very small toy company in northern Indiana. Yeah.
Tupac Shakur had a phaser?
Yeah.
I never even knew he was a. Sorry.
That sounds like the second coolest thing to ever come out of South Bend.
The first coolest? I have to
The
ask.
second coolest. The first coolest would be Notre Dame, sir. Greatest college god ever put on the earth.
Very ill.
Okay, Pat, you said it now. You stepped into the college football realm.
He brought up South Bend.
Hey, but that's okay. I hear Notre Dame and college football. All right.
Time for confession. Well, here's speaking
Mark
of old
back me up
school,
on this. You know,
old
if you
school
grew up as
toys.
a Catholic, you were required to at least watch one Notre Dame game a year.
And whenever I watched the Notre Dame games at my buddy's house, and his dad was a Navy vet, World War II vet, and whenever a call went bad, he was very Catholic. He's like, "Those goddamn Protestant refs again." Commander, how do you know they're Protestants? Because only a Protestant would make that call against Notre Dame.
Bloody Lutheran.
Laughing at him. We're just laughing at him. He's laughing.
RNG, if you're looking for intelligent life, you've come to the wrong place. Mark, did you see my semi-Catholic joke today that I posted?
No, I didn't catch it.
I saw a racehorse praying to. Sorry about this. Saint Thomas
of Aquinas.
Oh God.
Aquinas. It may not be funny, but it's original.
Oh no, it's funny.
Well, if you knew how kind St. Thomas was to animals, that'd be even funnier.
Oh, that's right. I
Some
forgot.
deep Catholic stuff there, sir.
Yeah, you're Catholic. I forgot about that.
So here's my phaser from the 70s. This I bought on eBay. I have the original, which is not as great shape, and it makes this lovely. Can you guys hear this sound? Is that going through, guys? Can you hear that or no?
No, buddy.
Oh, here. Oh, it's on the thing is.
But I can see the very authentic Star Trek written on the side, just like
here we go.
Just like Kirk had.
Just like
You
in
hear
the
that?
shows.
Yes, we heard that.
Is there
we heard
a
that
in
time,
here?
yeah.
So I got this toy for Christmas in 74, 75, and I was playing this all day. And my uncle said, if I hear that noise one more time, I'm going to smash that. And
So,
I love
challenge.
my uncle. He's a great guy. Yeah, I stopped playing it. And then what's cool about this is the compartment opens up. And then, Courtney's here.
Courtney.
Hey, Courtney. Clever Times, you want to add Courtney?
Hi, Courtney.
I will.
Wow, we got all the cool women here tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't see anything. I'm on my phone at the gas station right now.
She's on location.
Yes.
She's on 59 cents. Yep. Well, welcome, Courtney. We're just showing
Polar
my
Pops
phaser.
are 99 cents.
So here's. Could you get me some Wawa pretzels at Wawa? Those are really good.
Colorado doesn't have Wawa.
You're at Wawa?
Oh no, I thought I saw a Wawa sign. No.
You want to be
I'm at
Wawa.
it has a circle and a K.
Oh, Circle K.
Circle K.
Strange things are afoot at the Circle K.
Courtney is a huge fan of the Kiwanis, I guess. I didn't even know they sold.
Yeah.
Of the what?
The Circle K.
Circle K. The Kiwanis in college it was Circle K. Before you waited to the big boys, yeah.
All I know is when I went up north to South Dakota and Colorado, they came up with some really funky octanes, like 85, 80, 91. I'm like, what the hell? We only got 87, 91, and 87, 89, and 93 here. It's like, what do
we
I
have
do?
85, 87, 91, and diesel.
Those
are my options. My car is filled to the brim.
So only on Sunday Night Geekery you can get a gas cam and a Courtney car cam.
Right?
Cool.
Yep.
So now Courtney's gonna show us all of her stuff. Go ahead, Courtney.
This is not all my stuff either. That's what's really sad.
Don't waste your money on the premium.
No, I get the 85.
Yeah.
Unless
That's
it's
fine.
one of the places where I have like a rewards, type thing. Then
Right.
sometimes I'll get the 87 because that's like if I go to Maverick or something like that, I don't know. It's cheap.
It doesn't matter. Trust me, I'm an engineer.
I know it doesn't. It's just
It depends on the compression of your cylinders, and
it's
most
that
modern cars it
it's
doesn't
that
matter.
number that happens to be cheap for what I mean. You get the cheaper price for that number.
Yeah,
at,
yeah, it
that
happens to be
place is what I
cheaper. Yeah.
mean.
But it's
Yeah.
at
And thank
10.
you for. Just want to say the
Go ahead.
PGM show just subscribed to
Oh,
the channel, so
PGM.
thank you very much.
That's my buddy Pete down in crud.
Hi.
Not Australia.
New
New
Zealand.
Zealand?
New Zealand. Thank you, New
See, I
Zealand.
know where
There's
he
a
lives.
huge
Dream
difference.
Marine is
Your
real.
former buddy, Pete.
Former buddy. Yes, I've been disowned by Pete.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for
He's a
subbing.
Kiwi.
Appreciate it.
I was
He's a
just gonna
Kiwi,
say
yeah.
he'll disown you even more if I point out the fact is he a Kiwi? Because I don't think they like that. But
And Lisa
Courtney.
says, Courtney, she's such a gas. XD.
pun intended. Hi Lisa, how are you?
Retro Nerd Girl also said hello to you.
Oh
Courtney.
hey, Retro Nerd Girl. Yeah, I can't read the names at all, so I can't. I can
On a cell
see-
phone, yeah.
I can see who's. I can tell that's Mark in the top left, and I can see Thor in the middle, and I can't tell who's in the top right.
That's
Scuba
Scuba Pete.
They call him Scuba Pete.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Scuba Pete, and I can't even see you because I don't know what you look like. That's such a bummer. to not be
Well,
able
that's
to
what he
see
looks
you.
like.
Doesn't have a snorkel in. That's why.
Maximize him for a second, Mark, so she can see
Yeah,
what he
yeah,
looks like.
Yeah, that would
Although
be
not
nice.
maybe not at that particular moment.
Oh, hey. Young.
Good to see you.
Are you young? You look young.
He is young.
I'm 50.
He's a young.
50.
So yeah,
I'm
she's young.
when I look older than you, I'm pretty sure. So
He was just showing all his lunch boxes from when he was a kid. So yeah.
I
So
have
I guess
a couple lunch
I guess he's all
boxes and
grown
this
up
whole mess
now.
back here, but
Cool.
Pull them out.
and yeah, right. And I don't know if you guys saw, but I officially bought my first ever Funko.
Uh-oh.
Oh, cool.
What'd you get?
Oh
So,
no. Oh,
I had
no.
no choice because it was $9.99 and it was on sale at either Ross or Burlington. I can't remember which one it was, but I got it's gigantic. It's like bigger than my head, and it's the notorious Big. Biggie, can't you see? Yeah, I got a gigantic Biggie. So I couldn't
Well,
not
Biggie
get
should be gigantic, right? Yep.
it. Yeah,
You gonna
for
put it
sure.
on your dash?
The box was like, I thought I posted a picture in Sunday Night Geekery of me, my head next to the box, because the box is bigger than my head. It's like I've never seen one that large before, but it says it's legit. I mean, I think.
And shout out to Mrs. Scuba Pete is
Hail
here.
Mrs.
So hail to
Scuba
Mrs.
Pete.
Scuba
Hi,
Pete.
Mrs. Scuba Pete.
Hi, Leslie.
She thinks Scuba looks very young too.
Hey.
Scuba, Mark, you guys
I
have to
hear-
tell me how you
what
guys
does it
find
say?
women that put up with all your toy collecting.
I'm in one room, and then I've got one room, and of course the stuff kind of invades like the family room. I put up shelves, and I changed all the cups out, and then what I was doing, I was hiding action figures in the Mrs. China cabinet, and then that didn't go so well after a while. Like it was a running joke. She's like, "The next time you do that, that's going down the garbage disposal."
Mark just
Courtney, your microphone is
covered or something.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You sounded like you were from
My
Charlie
seatbelt.
Brown.
I seatbelted my
Wah, wah, wah,
microphone.
wah, 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 wah.
Do you know how many times I've heard that joke too, being a former teacher? But anyway, so I dated an antique toy collector, and he still to this day has that. He's made a living off of it. But
how did you date him? Like carbon?
Him and his
Because there's guys like out there like Scuba Pete and me who love buying all the old stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, him and his uncle, he and his uncle did it, and their whole house was overrun with just toys, everything.
Sounds
like they had
great.
rooms that was stuff that was going to be, intended to be sold. Their garage even had like old kind of like stuff that they would find. I don't know. They had lots of cool stuff. Now I don't know where my keys are. Oh, here they are. I'm in my car, but I don't know where my keys are. They're in my pocket.
Well, yeah, those fob keys. Yeah, you gotta. Do you have to actually?
Yeah.
Is that a newer
I haven't.
car?
Yeah. It's a
you
2011.
got a real key. Yeah, you got a, like me, a real key. Yep, yep.
You know how spoiled I got driving a rental car for a while?
With the key fob. Yep.
I love driving rental cars.
And in the like in the wintertime here, it had the remote start thing too, which was amazing because you didn't have to like
run out,
especially
start
in Colorado.
everything. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to take my face off for a little, and I'm going to still participate, but I need to take my headphones, all that while I drive.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, don't drive safely. Yep.
give your hair a nice zhuzh there, Steve. Come on, you got to zhuzh it up.
There you go.
Just so I can do that.
Don't hate me because I'm beautiful.
Yeah, what was that finesse? Don't
Every
hate
time
me.
Courtney, I don't know if you can see this, but this is the new intro for Steve. I don't know if
don't
you
hate
can
him
see
because
that,
he's
but,
beautiful.
yeah.
Oh, you probably can't see me either. I did the whip.
Yeah, no, we saw.
No, we see you now. We see you now.
That was awesome. My intro should be a
Jeff.
short clip of Bad Reputation.
So
Me
Barker's
singing it.
headed out, but thank you for being here, Barker. I guess Barker's headed to the gas station now, maybe to get some. No, just kidding. But,
Jeff's in
thank
Idaho.
you.
So
He's in Idaho. Yep. And
Barker,
PGM
is that who
show.
it is?
Jeff, my buddy Jeff.
Hi,
That we
Jeff.
share the channel with.
Wait,
Yep.
which one's Jeff?
Barker.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, gotcha.
Yep. Everyone's
He's in my
up to
ti-
chasing
right-
80 toys. Yep.
Right above me. One state above me.
You know what?
And PGM show. Thank you very much. And I guess he's
I
in
need
New
to
Zealand, right?
Yep.
Awesome. Yep. That's amazing. You could hang
Good
out
to have you
people
with us.
around the world. Yep. And we've got Matthew Pounder here.
Hey,
Wow.
what's up, Matthew?
Howdy,
Nice to see you,
Hey.
Matthew.
Matthew.
How are you?
So since we're talking toys, let me finish showing this phaser that from the 70s. So this is one of my cherished items that Santa Claus brought me. And of course, my original, like I said, is it's not trash,
cool.
but well worn. This is like a almost mint one. So I don't keep and it's got a battery, separate battery compartment. I don't keep the 9-volt in. I don't trust it, but you can put, like you've got a Klingon ship here. And so you put that into the battery hole, under the front holder on the where the flashlight is. There's a little tab. And so then you can, I don't have the flashlight working.
But it would project it.
Project the Klingon ship onto the wall. So it's got
There's
that holder
Klingons
there.
off the
That's
starboard
cool.
bow.
So that comes off, that comes off, and there's this holder here. So there's Klingons off the starboard bow. So you got the Klingon ship. You've got the Enterprise, right? Maybe it would help if I held it up. Yeah, I wish I could play that song.
Starboard bow.
Hold it against your shirt so we could see the contrast.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yep. And then, of course, what's two?
Lower it. Lower.
Yeah, I'll lower it. Yep.
Right there.
There
There
you
you
go.
go.
Yeah,
There
there's
you
the animator for us. So there's the UFO. So Star Trek meets the UFO. Yep.
That's Lazarus ship.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. That's Lazarus.
Yeah, Lazarus ship. Yeah. So we should play that again for anyone who might have missed the real ending for Deep Space Nine, because on Saturday Night Star Trek Clobber's Time show with Raquel, they just finished covering DS9. So this is actually the real ending of what really happened to Cisco. If you're wondering, if you missed the end of DS9, this is the true history. So Cisco ended up with Lazarus in the
So it's a great crossover. DS9, TOS, just coming together.
I was watching it. I love doing those mashups. So I'm like, yeah, that just made sense to me. That someone mentioned Lazarus. Like that's
Scuba. I told this joke so many times and nobody ever laughs. Maybe you will. Cisco's kid. He was a friend of mine. Does nobody know that song?
Cisco kid.
Cisco kid was a friend of mine.
I know the movie with Harrison Ford and Gene Wilder. That's pretty good.
You don't know the song, the Frisco Kid Club?
Oh, that was the Frisco Kid. Sorry.
Frisco.
What other song says that? He was a friend of mine.
Jeremiah Buzz the Bullfrog. He was a good friend of mine.
That's what I'm thinking of.
That's by Three Dog Night. Yep.
Yes, that was where I got a little confused there. Okay.
So Shabby, I do have it. I do have my original phaser in the other room. I don't know who. It probably was my sister, but my sister broke off. Wouldn't have been me. My sister broke off the tailstock. Yeah, it wasn't me. So that's broken off on mine, and it's well worn. I mean, it emptied thousands and thousands of phaser packs as the Gorn attacked. But
and the combs kept coming.
The combs kept coming, and missing the battery cover on the bottom, which I should 3D print. But it still works. It's well worn, but I do have that original.
You should have 3D
I do have that original.
printed.
I will 3D print it. And
I'm phasering in the kitchen. Wasn't me.
I liked how they wrote Star Trek on the side of it. Like, I know Klobby will remember this. They used to the people that made the Halloween costumes, the Batman costume. When you were the Batman costume, they moved
Batman's name
the
on
Batman logo to here, and then they wrote Batman across the chest.
Yes.
Just in case you didn't know.
Are you talking about like with the plastic mask? Like
yeah,
those
and the little plastic tape.
Stick your tongue out of
and the Batman mask was only the front half, and then it had that the rubber band that was stapled onto the side.
Oh yeah.
I remember those Halloween costumes from like the 80s.
It cost about 25 cents to make. Yeah.
Yep. I saw a C-3PO mask from the 80s today that was from those, where you had the vinyl suit you put on and then C-3PO.
Yeah. My mom still has my Return of the Jedi sheets. I had
nice
sheets for my bed that were Return of the Jedi. And then I'm sure she has like our old underoos somewhere because we had R2D2 and C-3PO. And I forget who my brother and I both had them. I forget which one like we were. But we of course, I don't know. That sounds really weird talking about it like that. So I'm just not going to go any further with that. But,
So since we have some new people visiting the Geekery tonight, I've shown this many times, but this is my other favorite toy as a kid. Now I do have the original, and I bought these on eBay. My originals are a little bit more dinged up, but I had to have a mint copy. One of them doesn't work anymore, unfortunately. The electronics on these are just so primitive. So I didn't even want to try to fix. I should try to fix it.
Only you knew an engineer that could fix it.
Yeah. Then once you touch it with the soldering iron, and then if you mess it up, and then the capacitors are probably shot, and but they were notorious for breaking. Yeah, you got to put a flux capacitor in it. Yeah, but it made like this super annoying sound. And look how long the antenna is on this sucker. It's like,
holy cow!
It was a walkie-talkie.
That's amazing.
So
here's the old, they had a range. They had a range of about 3 feet. They had about like
the antenna is like
that's what the antenna completely.
The range was shorter than that antenna.
You just touch the antenna.
It's true.
Together, yeah.
My brothers, we had it.
Primitive, bulky transistors, I think they used to be called.
And new resistors too.
Yeah.
My brother and I couldn't be on opposite sides of the house and have them work.
You end up shouting to each other.
Yeah.
Oh, walkie-talkies. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
It is a walkie-talkie.
I had the biggest fail of a pool. I thought it was the coolest birthday present for my nephew last year. I thought it would be really cool because he was going to go to camp and stuff to get him walkie-talkies until after the fact, my brother was like, yeah, he wasn't too into the walkie-talkies. I mean, the kids do have cell phones, Courtney. And I was like, oh, man. Why did I even think about that? I was thinking how exciting, and they looked all new and fancy, the new walkie-talkies, and I didn't even faze me, crossed my mind at all that they have cell phones.
Lisa,
because every 7-year-old at that time, needs a cell phone.
Lisa brings up a good question. Why did they make?
What on earth is that?
Why do they make walkie-talkies?
I am endeavoring, ma'am, to
Is that the
construct a
question?
mnemonic memory circuit using stone knives and bearskins.
Oh, that's probably me cutting out for a moment. I can't hear you.
No, we're playing the we're back. We're playing the
Jim
Stone
Collins
Knives
is
and
stepping on your lines.
Oh, and I can't
You
hear it on my
can't.
phone unless I hit the button
That's
to like hear
okay.
the
It's all
sound.
good.
So I
No,
didn't
that helped me from
understand what
getting
was
us.
happening.
Let me give it a copyright claim. That helped. Yep. So Phantom said Phantom put the quote up, so I had to play it. Yeah, that was one of the. Yeah, that's Lisa. That's Joan Collins from Sitting on the Edge of Forever, episode 27 of
So
Star Trek
good.
season 1.
Lisa, if you haven't seen City on the Edge of Forever, I highly recommend it. Even if you're not a Star Trek fan, I think you'll probably
you gotta
really
see
like. This is a good episode for normies.
Whoa,
It's timeless. Yeah.
And when I say normies, I don't mean like, hey, Normie, it's Cliff Saban.
Yeah, Normie, yeah. That's a good one. Good one, Steve.
Thank you, sir. That's quite a compliment coming from Potter. Yeah.
That was well done, Steve.
Oh, thanks. I've been having a lot of practice with Maddie because we're watching Pixar movies, and in every movie, that actor was in every one.
Yeah.
John Ratzenberger.
Welcome to the Himalayas.
Yeah.
He was also in.
That sounded like Pee-wee.
Thank you.
He was also in Superman 1, 2, Empire Strikes Back. You name it.
Yep.
Who's the actor though that I missed the name. I'm sorry.
Ratzenberg.
John Ratzenberger.
Ratzenberger. Yep.
Yeah. There was a great after credit scene, or during the credit scene of Cars. They have all the cars at the movies at the drive-in, and they have small clips from all their previous movies, but with cars. So they had like Buzz with the actual voices. They had like Buzz Lightyear and Woody, and Buzz is saying, "You are one sad little station wagon." Or something.
Yeah.
And then they have. And they keep having clips with John Ratzenberger, and so John Ratzenberger, as the Mack truck goes, "Hey, wait a minute! They keep using—I can't do this particular line like him, but they keep using that same actor over and over again. What kind of a penny in the operation is this?"
I know nothing about that movie, but I know Lightning McQueen because I had a student that was obsessed with Lightning McQueen.
The reason the reason I actually have this T-shirt, other than to support my friend John, who is Captain Marvel, is because Maddie thinks it's Lightning McQueen.
Ka-chow.
Oh, really?
I actually painted her closet red with a yellow stripe in her bedroom because her third word after mommy and daddy was cars.
Don't they do they still make those car beds?
Yes,
for
they
kids?
do. They do.
Because those things
Those
look
are
really
cute,
cool.
Yeah.
I know. I would have wanted one of those.
I really did.
You don't still have one?
I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get. Maddie just turned 3, so I'm gonna get her one.
Hey,
or to get her into her own bed.
Yeah. Pat, you need to run, brother.
I do, guys. I got to start getting ready. I got a big eval tomorrow that I got to do for the PT guys
best of
and
luck
stuff.
at
But
us. Yep.
yes, I wanted to say goodnight to everybody. Had a good time today, Dad. Man, thanks for having me on, guys. Really appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Stupid Pete, man. I'm glad you
Good to
came
see
on,
you, Pat.
Brandon, bro. I told Pete.
I had a blast.
You don't show up on Sunday nights anymore, and I was thought, oh, maybe he'll come and chat. I didn't know he'd hang out the whole night. So I hope you're okay with that, Mark. I didn't mean to produce anything. It was just a suggestion.
No, it's awesome. Yeah, no, it's great. Love it. Yeah, it's all good.
It was a blast, Pat.
Yeah,
Look forward
no
to part
problem,
2
guys.
very soon, man.
But I am going to leave
Pat,
on this
have a
before I
great
say
night.
goodnight to the rest of y'all. Of course, Steve,
Yep.
Clobby, and Courtney, and Mark. We got a good pal out there, guys, who's been having a rough time. Most of you know him, Zax. A buddy of mine that goes back. He worked with Mark and I back on the old days of the Band of Brothers series that I did, and
I know
just a
Zach.
good
I
guy.
was chatting with him earlier on it.
Yeah, he's got
in the chat.
He's got a new channel, so just follow his old links and subscribe to his new stuff and all.
Oh, I put his old link out. What happened with his? Well, you don't want to say on.
If anybody wants to know, just DM me and tell me. And he's actually, and I didn't say this to promote this, I swear, but he's actually coming on Brandon's next this Saturday coming.
Oh, cool.
We're going to talk a little bit about that and promote him. So we're promoting them all this week. So I promise I said,
Brandon the anime guy?
Yep.
Yeah, he's going to be on Brandon the anime guy. And the guy that we're talking about, Steve, is Zax. He's a great guy out of
So
Canada.
he's got a new.
Great.
I know that.
Great shows. His Wednesday night thing is always a lot of fun too.
Yeah.
I
Oh, so he's got a new.
Subscribed.
Oh, so it's Zach's Tube guy. It's Zach's Tube or.
Yeah. I don't know if it's
so that's his new
TUB
channel.
or if it's E or TUBI. It's kind of like
Here, I got it. I got it. Yep.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
So he wants people to subscribe to this new channel then.
Oh, what's the new one? Where's the new one?
Just put it in the link there. Yep. So let me show that because I had the old. So the old channel is still up, but
It
he needs us to
is.
subscribe to the new channel.
There's some stuff going on with
Zach
it.
too.
He's very smart that he's
Subscribe.
simulcasting on both channels, and he tells people to go to his other channel, which I think is pretty smart. And letting him do that, and he's going to build up his cred on that channel and see if he can't get himself where he was a few weeks ago. Yeah, the poor guy. Though, this is like the second time.
I heard this. Yeah, I heard this
Oh,
happened
man.
to him before too. That's what someone was telling me. I couldn't believe it.
Why? Why does that?
Yeah, I'll leave it at that.
We're
We
not
might
gonna
talk about it, and if he doesn't,
that's
I'll kind of let you guys know what happened. And just DM me, and I'll tell you tomorrow when you get a chance.
All right, dude.
But it's not the end of the world. He's a positive guy. Things are going well for him. So just remember that.
He's already got 7,000 subs on the new channel. So
Yeah, he's doing great. He got to get some watch hours, of course. But yeah, he's doing great with his subs. So absolutely. But yeah, guys, thanks for having me on tonight, Mark. I'll certainly see you guys with Clobby and them. And what's J-Man doing tomorrow, Clobby? Because J-Man's another guy I promised I would, keep.
Well, he's going to be on with me on my channel because to be Monday of the month, so we're doing Earth B for Bob Haney.
Awesome.
6 Central, and then I'll so he'll be on there with me, the great J-Man.
Yeah, J-Man's making some new strides too. He got a Patreon, guys, so y'all can check
Are you
that
helping
out.
him? You working with him?
Good.
Am I working with him? No, I just like the guy. I've been promoting him.
Oh, I do
like,
too. Yeah, he's
because
just a good friend.
Because I think he's awesome. Yeah, dude. I feel like he's kind of like
Salt
the
of the earth.
underdog, man. It's like anything he does, he just can't gain that traction. It makes you wonder if there isn't some force out to
ridiculous
get
what
him
he
or
does
something,
again.
dude. I mean, it really is unfortunate.
He should have been monetized a long time ago. It's
Yeah.
He's not monetized.
I just like the guy. He's a very earnest fellow, so I
I
promote him. Just to
How the
promote
heck could he
him.
not be monetized? That's inconceivable.
He's trying
because he's got 1,000 subs, right?
Brother, more than that. The guy's got
More
like
than that,
twice the watch hours and stuff. It's just incredible.
He said
what's
he's been
happening.
doing this a long time.
Yeah,
and he can't
a
get
long
monetized.
time.
All he does is talk about geek stuff. He does nothing controversial whatsoever. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
It's
I mean, yeah, you talk about wholesome, dude. I mean, the most controversial thing he says is, "I don't like the way this guy looks in this comic book," right? Might
Yeah,
make
he
a
really
joke
is.
about something, but that's it. I mean, no profanity,
very
no
mild.
salacious stuff. Yeah, he's a real good guy. So your guess is as good as mine. But yeah, gang, I'm out there and all. So
All right,
just
buddy.
follow me on the tweets if you
Thank
want to
you,
know
Pat.
where I am and where these guys are. But I'm easy to find on Monday nights and Saturday mornings. That's for sure. Because I'll be hanging out with Clobby and I'll be hanging out with Brandon. So y'all have a good night.
At Lightning Shrimp. Yep.
Later.
And hail to your old toys.
All right,
Yep,
buddy.
there's,
Hey, your old toys.
hey.
Hi, your old choice.
Hey.
And he will play a Star Wars clip.
Because a droid don't pull people's arms out of their sockets when they lose.
That's Pat's words of wisdom. Yep.
The last
and your
time
old
that
toys.
cranky old man smiled, 1970.
Yeah.
Ever since since then was go.
And everyone should check out Your Old Toys channel for some very cool vintage toys that are, I think, older than he is.
Very cool.
But he's got some really cool stuff. Yep. Some cool collectibles. Yep. Very cool.
Oh, yeah.
Do you guys
So I have
hear
one-
this commotion?
Yes,
I
I do.
apologize to interrupt, but there's a couple of these older. I can't tell what kind of car it is, because I'm not focusing that much. I'm more focusing on driving. But there's a couple racy kind of cars or whatever, and they're just slowing down all around, like not just me, but a couple people, so that they can race. And then they're stopping again and slowing down. And I'm like, am I gonna have to deal with this for the next 70 miles?
Do any of them look like a Batmobile?
No.
No. Okay. Well, then you're in trouble.
I just wanted to apologize for all that because I was trying
That's
to.
okay.
make it
Please
easier
drive
on you,
safe.
But I can't keep looking at it.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm actually in the right lane because the speed limit's 75 on this part of the highway. So with these guys going all crazy, that one looks like a Batmobile, actually.
Yeah.
It's really
the
funny.
Mrs. Scuba Pete is saying good night. She's fading away, and we're not going to go too much longer here.
She was up early.
Yeah.
Night,
Tori Hunt's hard work.
Scuba
Yep.
Good night, Mrs. Scuba.
Night, Les.
See you later. Yeah, maybe. Don't wake me up when you come to. That's always.
No, I would be very, very quiet. I won't. I promise not to like take a flying leap into bed.
And I always wake up I'm like I was walking very, very quiet.
I was like, that was the cat.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I do have one. Since we're talking a lot of indie tonight, what's this is a Mighty Mug, so it's not a Funko, but I'd also had this up in our office. Is that scary, or what's the over under on, or the thumbs up or thumbs down on these Mighty Mugs?
Slightly frightening.
That's a mug? Is that what you
I'd
said?
give it a thumbs down. It doesn't even look like the whip is the only thing, and it looked kind of like a snake.
Yeah,
Where do you get? Where are they from?
It's just Funkos.
It looks
that's
like
a
a
Funko type of. Okay,
It looks like
gotcha.
a Funko.
It's a Mighty Mug.
I
Yeah, I
want
know.
those orange things are behind you. Are those the things fists?
Yes,
It's
they
the
are.
same
Yep.
Basic principle as a Funko.
Kind of, yeah. But they try to go for a more realistic face, but yeah.
They failed.
As the great
They
Michael
failed.
Prince says, they're dust collectors, not toys.
Dust collectors, yeah.
Yeah.
It looks
do
like
have
a
a-
bloated. It looks like a bloated brown marshmallow. So
Yeah. You do have a lot of cool
I
stuff.
thought it
on
was
your
the
shelf,
Stay
as
Puft
do-
Marshmallow Man from the corner of my
Yeah.
head at first.
Yeah.
That's funny that you said that.
One day I
You've
went
seen
to
these
Mark.
before, right, Steve?
Lenrod. It looks like the dude from Big Trouble in Little China before he exploded. He's getting angry.
Does anybody know who that actor was? Anybody except me? Klobby?
I've seen the movie multiple times, but like,
What were you looking
don't
at?
know the actor's
I
name.
was looking at something else. What's that? What'd you show?
The actor that plays Thunder in Big Trouble in Little China. The one that swells up
Yeah,
and
it
then
gets-
explodes.
Oh, I don't know his name. The guy who plays Thunder. I can't remember the guy's name. But yeah.
I'm probably the only person that know that. His name is Carter
What is his name?
Wong. Carter
Carter
Wong.
Wong.
Yeah.
you win the no prize.
There you go.
So these are my thing, mint thing.
Are they
No,
on
you
the
always
right?
got the Hulk hands,
They're
but
on the right hand.
Oh no, those are great.
Are those on the wrong hands.
no, they're not.
They're not. They look backward to me. Why? What's?
Oh wait, do I have them on the wrong hands?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You have thumbs
late.
down.
Those darn artists.
Come on, you animators! You're supposed to get the thumbs roll. There we go.
There you
I,
go.
I
Let's see if
did,
you can
I
hear.
did. Oh, it's
Nice.
got. I can see the sound. The speakers.
If you do it, then he talks after a while. It's like, come on, Ben.
Retro Nerd Girl knew it. See, there you go. Well done,
Retro
Retro.
Nerd Girl knows her movies.
Thank you, Retro.
Retro, you knew. Wow, I'm impressed.
There she goes.
Okay, hang on. I have
She
to.
knows
Hang
her
on,
movies.
hang on. I have to challenge her. Then, do you know who the guy who played in Bill and Ted, who played Genghis Khan? He was also the guy who stole the Snickers bar in Die
I know.
Hard.
Even I know that one though.
He tortured Mel Gibson in
Lethal Weapon 1.
Lethal Weapon, the first one. Klobby probably knows his name.
I know his name.
If Retro, that's impressive. Actually, Klobby, I've been talking to him online because we have
Really? Yeah.
conversations. Yeah,
See if
he's
she
kinda
gets it.
Kind of retired. I will be impressed.
He was
will
in
be
Big
so
Trouble. He was in. He was actually had a line in Lethal Weapon.
He
And
fought Brandon. He fought Brandon Lee in,
Brandon Lee in,
Rapid Fire.
Was Rapid Fire? Okay.
Yep. Yep.
His name is Al Leong. So.
Yep. Very good.
Wow.
Al Leong. Yep. Great. It was a perfect
Die Hard.
guy. Yeah, he was great in. And if you needed like an Asian sort of hitman guy, yeah, he was the guy.
I think the only time I've heard him talk was in Lethal Weapon, but that's just me. Maybe I'm sure he talked.
Oh, Brian Hepburn.
another
Yeah,
thing.
he said, yeah, nobody could.
Oh, Al Brian got it.
Oh, nice.
I
Well
always
done,
forget,
Brian.
is it Lethal Weapon or Die Hard, where he always says, "I'm getting too old for this."
That's Lethal Weapon. Danny Glover says
That's Lethal Weapon. Yeah,
Yeah.
Danny Glover. I was just trying to remember and get my movies
for this
straight.
shit.
Sorry, I know that's probably very pathetic to ask, but getting my ducks in
Very
order.
thin.
I also my ADHD just made me tell all of you this, that in the state of Colorado, they're telling me this on the sign, that a DUI will cost you $13,500.
Wow.
You can buy a lot of action figures with that, so I recommend it. No
Yeah,
one should ever,
they
no one
put
should
it
ever
as-
drink and drive.
Mark,
on
you
a
have
show.
a one-track mind.
I do. Yeah, I divide by action figures whenever. It's
All right. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I'm like 13 grand. Wow.
And when I said he has a one-track mind, I guarantee you his mind went to some toy that runs on a track.
Yeah. Oh, I need to get the Micronauts. The city of the Micronauts have, with the rail.
Oh,
that went
yeah.
around I'd love to get that someday. I never got that because that was also for the rich kids. I did get myself a bunch of Micronauts, but I never got Baron Karza or the Force. The horses that the centaurs you could change with the magnets.
Yep.
And that's one toy I wish I'd gotten, but that's on the list to buy. But I think we're gonna end with a food segment, right? Who wants to see some food right before
I knew it.
at
Well,
midnight?
yeah,
Oh, man.
I'm snacky.
Yeah, before we so let's.
I already ate my carbonara.
Well,
What?
Carbonara.
Oh,
Cool.
So
Spaghetti
we'll show-
carbonara?
I don't know what that is.
Carb loaded what? No, I'm kidding.
Carbonara. That's
Oh,
pasta.
oh,
Oh
Pasta.
yeah, actually,
Pasta.
yeah.
It's pasta. Yep.
It's pasta with bacon.
I know it's good. Oh,
Or
Yeah.
Actually, it should be with guanciale, but yeah, you do it with bacon. Yeah, it's really good. Anybody comes with Vegas, I will make it some.
There's your clams.
Whoa.
Mark had to throw the clams in.
Yeah,
Damn it!
so,
Damn it, Mark.
Damn it.
Yo,
For JT
bring on
Kirk,
the bivalves.
The pie looks
So-
good.
So this is a pizza
Maybe.
frita. That's a very Italian. Yep. And I sent this they were all out of clams one night. We're going to a restaurant down on the Jersey Shore.
Mm.
Oh,
And,
shucks.
That was a good one, Scuba. And JD Kirk says, I do. You want to see food? Yep. And
Oh, that was
so
a good one,
then I
too.
finally got some clams. And this is a peanut butter pie.
Yum.
Man, this
Oh,
was
my.
that was good.
Oh, you
That was
can't-
really good.
You can't even see the
Yes.
clams in that.
Yeah, there's no clams there. There's a clams there, but
Mhm. Yeah.
yeah, oh, delicious. But yeah, there's peanut butter pie. So
I
that was
wish
some
you'd clam
Jersey
up.
food. Now this was really good. This was
It's like fries.
like they're not
Funnel
French
cake
fries.
fries?
They're funnel cake. Scuba Pete for the win.
Yes,
they're funnel
I've
cake
had 'em.
fries.
They're really good.
Hey,
They're
Nice.
so good.
Do the powdered
Oh.
sugar on them. Oh yeah.
Oh, my.
It's so good.
Your
So
next
it's like,
category is potpourri.
yeah.
Potent potables.
Yeah. So that was really good. Yep. And this clobbering times avert your eyes. That was
Oh, this looks good.
that was Thai food.
Pad
Yeah.
Thai,
that's
right? Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, pad thai, yep.
This is how it starts. Retro New Girl says, I am suddenly feeling hungry. Well, that's how we end up running to Waffle
There
House
you
at
go.
2 o'clock
This is
after
why
the
Right,
we're
yeah.
all. This is why we're all overweight on this channel.
Yeah.
Except for me. I'm rocks. I'm supposed to weigh this much.
Yeah, Cloppy's ripped.
Orange rock.
Cloppy
Flint rod, funnel
Cloppy's
cake
got a
fries,
six-pack,
German gear.
yeah.
I'm ripped. Well, more like blocked.
That's why Cloppy never. That's why Cloppy never shows his face. He doesn't want to make the rest of us feel bad.
True.
For being so out of shape. Hey, I have the body. I have the body of a Greek god. Okay, Dionysus was a Greek god. That's the
I
god
have
of
the body-
wine. That's the god of wine. Anybody, if anybody doesn't get that.
I have the body of a sculpture of a Greek god.
I'm with you there, Clobby. Hey.
Oh, sorry, Das Wolfen, but hail, and thank you for stopping by and
Yay.
dropping a like. Yep.
Das Wolfen.
Scuba
this
Pete
was
last week.
mango
I said,
chicken.
Scuba Pete last week. I said that Das Wolfen and Hungry Boy should start a channel. And they should call it Hungry Like Das Wolfen. See, Scuba Pete laughs at my. He's the only one who laughs at my jokes.
That's a great
Oh.
joke. Yeah. I like that one. Yeah. That's a good one. Yep.
Duran,
That
Duran.
really works, yep.
I need Scuba Pete to come on the channel more because he's the only one that laughs at my. He gets everybody else to laugh at it.
And I'm hungry like Das Wolfen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
exactly. Is that eggplant?
Yeah, this is eggplant. Sorry about the green stuff, Clobber Times. So string beans and eggplant. Yeah.
There's nothing there for me anyway. Don't worry about it.
This was what was that? There was a Thai restaurant. So that was soup. Yep.
So like
Too
coconut milk.
much green stuff. And then I made we had for a party, so I had to make some chicken. So I have homemade rub that I put on it, and you let it sit for a while. There's my rub. Doesn't you make a
there's the rub.
There's the rub. Yep. Then you sous vide. Now you got to sous vide your chicken. So you put the chicken in the sous vide, and you set it to 140. So you can let it cook for 1 hour up to 4 hours. The chicken came out marvelous. It was awesome because it doesn't overcook. So you vacuum seal your chicken in the bags, and then you throw it in. You throw it in the sous vide.
Tub.
In the hot tub time machine, and
gonna get in the water.
Get in the water. So, oh man, people are raving about the chicken because they're like, how good, they're like, I can't believe how good it came out, because a lot of times you do chicken on the grill, so then you finish it on the grill with barbecue sauce. You cook just a few minutes on each side, and it comes out perfect. Because I hate that you get that rubber chicken. People just overcook chicken so badly. And then Clobber Times, you might like these. So these are this is meatballs with a habanero sauce. So a little spicy, sweet and spicy. So that was
like spicy.
That's a lot of meatballs.
little hot. Yeah, not too hot though. And these were poppers that my friend.
Yes,
those are good.
Talking, yeah.
Yep, more green stuff. Sorry, but
you find I love poppers, that people have made from their garden, but it's kind of like roulette. Whether you're gonna get a hot one or that one was green peppery, and then the next one you're like, oh my god,
you're burning your mouth off, yeah. And it's got the bacon on there, yeah. Those are really good. Those came out good, yep. And then if you like mozzarella and tomatoes and basil, yep.
That's basically a caprese salad with some prosciutto. Is that what that is?
That was prosciutto. Yep. Good call there. Yep. Yeah, that was delicious too.
Did you put on the balsamic?
Yeah, I think there's some. I didn't make this dish, but I think there's some balsamic on there too. Yep.
Oh, okay.
It was excellent. Yeah, it was very good, and it's like a simple thing. It's a lot of work, but it's simple. Yeah, there's some balsamic on there. Yeah.
Caprese salad is a nice, easy to make appetizer. I used to make it for my
summer dish.
I used to make it for Satan's. My ex-wife.
So here's just the chicken. Yeah, well, there's the chicken on the grill. So you just finish it up. Oh, it came out so good. All right, we got a thumbs up. 2 thumbs up from Cloudburn Times. Yep.
Yum.
Yum. So it was.
Hello.
Hello. Yep.
Yeah.
And I get this Cannonball barbecue sauce. You can make your homemade barbecue sauce too, but there's a Cannonball. It's just it's a brand I get at the store. Just really good. A little kick. Yeah. So that was chicken, shrimp, squash, and then flank steak. There's some steak on there. Picture's not that good, but yeah, there's the steak back there. So
all I can hear is Bill Murray. Cannonball.
Cannonball.
Claudia, do you do a Gordon Ramsay impression?
It's
raw.
I don't think so.
Das Wolf gained 2 pounds.
Sorry, Wolf, I apologize.
Lisa, come to mama. Nice.
You read that just perfectly too. Oh boy.
Well, here, why don't we? Here, I got. Since we're talking Star Trek, today, a couple more pictures because maybe we'll get a kick out of the Scuba hasn't seen this, I'm sure. I have a pizza cutter. That's my Star Trek pizza cutter.
Wow.
No. Okay, that's cool.
USS pizza cutter.
See, and that's some homemade pizza I made on my pizza oven.
Oh, you made the dough.
It's not circular.
Made the dough from scratch. Yeah.
Hey,
it's not linear.
It's not a perfect circle, that Mark.
If you go, no. In Mark's defense, if you go to Italy, they all look like that.
Yep.
Yeah, we never have perfectly round pizza.
They're not They're not cut out by a machine.
What about square pizza? Sicilian style.
Blasted machine spot. You can't argue with the machine.
Raquel, I'm getting hungry again. Yeah.
Captain, shields are at 30% and saucy.
I'm trying to thank you, you pointy-eared hobgoblin.
Am I talking to myself?
No, we can hear you.
Do you want to be?
Okay, I didn't know if I made it on yet or not.
You're on.
All right.
Apologize.
I'm on the other monitor. Clobber Times.
I'm being a responsible driver and not looking at my phone. So I
do not look at your phone. Yes, don't look at your phone. Yep.
But Mark,
Don't
that
look at
is
the pizza.
Mark, that is really neat. That really
I
is
really
neat
want to look at the
to have
pizza, but I'm not going to. But I really want to.
No, we need you alive.
Mark, that's one of the neatest things I think I've seen in a long while, though, especially being a fan of a franchise like that, to see something so cool and unique that's practical too. You know?
Yeah. All right, so party at Mark's place.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, we all know that. I mean, hey,
If
he'll
it's a
put the
pizza
football
party, I'll
game
be
up on
there.
the. He'll put
I'll
the.
bring-
Well, hey, I want Mark's ribs and stuff. Let's get some hockey or let's get some football going. Put on the side of his
Yeah,
house
some ribs up.
and bring the ribs out.
Yeah,
That's,
I'll bring
Fall
the.
will be here.
I'll bring
Go
the gumbo.
Birds.
I'll bring
See
the
you, Shabby.
gumbo and the carbonara.
Yeah.
Thank you,
I
Shabby
don't-
Geek.
I don't know
Are there
what else
any
y'all
Eagles
The
fans?
gumbo.
Oh, I make a hell of a gumbo.
Yum.
Yeah.
I got a buddy from Pierre Part, which is where, to give you a clue, that's where Swamp People was filmed.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy tried my gumbo and said, if I would have been given this gumbo in Pierre Part, I wouldn't have thought twice. It's just like, and this is the epicenter.
That's
of
a
Cajun
compliment
culture.
right there.
Well, I basically went out and scoured the internet for gumbo recipes and techniques, and so yeah, my gumbo is. I don't make a lot of good. I don't make a lot of stuff. My gumbo is good. Yes, ma'am.
Will you differentiate the difference for those that don't know? I know there's a big difference probably, but between gumbo and jambalaya.
Jambalaya. So
They're not the same at all.
jambalaya, the spice palette is actually pretty similar. Jambalaya is basically paella. Okay, so you know the Spanish paella, which is a rice dish with like shrimp and stuff like that. It's the Cajun version of that. So
No
you're going to
shrimp.
get basically a bowl of rice with some sort of a protein. It could be chicken, it could be sausage, it could be seafood,
Crawfish.
whatever, crawfish or shrimp. Yeah, and then gumbo is like a thick stew. Yeah, you start off by making a roux, which is just cooking flour in oil, slowly stirring it for an hour. Then you add your sausage, there you go.
Serve it with rice.
Yeah, serve it over rice.
So gumbo
or with
would be more along the lines of like a chili before you would maybe put it on rice.
I mean,
something.
not exactly, but
Well,
I mean,
gumbo
it's
is the
closer to it. In
chili
terms of-
as I was trying to think of a way to like. I know the spice palettes are different, but
Yeah, and then chili is basically usually tomato based, which gumbo is not. Chili is often made with beef, which gumbo is either made with sausage, chicken, or seafood, as jambalaya is. Then there's etouffee, which is a whole other.
Yeah, that's a whole nother.
Yeah.
c'est français.
Yeah, and do not buy the boxed stuff. Even the Zatarans, jambalaya is terrible.
Yeah.
So
we
yeah.
have a chain around here.
Zatarang.
We have a chain around here called the Jambalaya Shop. They're passable, but they're not as good as my mom's.
Well, yeah, but for
Everything is better than my mom's cooking, but typically, if somebody says that, it's true.
Yeah.
Nothing's as good as your mom's. I was just, everything is better than my mom's because she doesn't know how to cook. But
good night, Shabby.
Night, Shabby.
Yep,
Sleep
thank
well,
you for
pal.
stopping. Thank you for being here. Yep.
Oh, he's a great
guess-
friend.
Shabby,
got-
is that who we're saying? Good night
Yeah,
to?
Shabby Geek.
Shabby, yep. Shabby
Yep.
Geek. Yep.
I've never seen
Shabby Geek. Oh, that's such a clever
Yeah,
name.
Shabby Geek. Yeah,
Chic.
he has his own channel as
cool.
well.
Nice.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to go back and look and sub
What
to all
is
these people.
what does Shabby Geek talk about on his channel? Or her channel?
Pop culture, heavy on the toys, and he does a lot of the videos with his daughters, which is awesome.
Cool.
With adult daughters or child daughters?
Both. So
Yeah, that's
Okay,
cool.
yeah,
That's cool. My daughter
it's a
and
family
I.
affair.
Well, my daughter and I just broke back out a show we used to do it on her channel over a year ago, and she just came to me yesterday and said, "Let's do it again." And we just
Nice.
rolled it out last
Your
night.
daughter has her own channel?
She's got over 1,200 people following her on Twitch.
How come I don't? Oh,
She's much more popular
Yeah,
than
well, let's
Bad
put it
Man.
this way.
than me.
Let's put it this way. We never knew she was streaming, and then all of a sudden she comes one day, wants her social security number, and we're like, "Why? What's going on?" And it's like, "Oh, I can get paid over on Twitch." And she plays video games, does art streams, stuff like that, chill stuff. She's remarkable talking to people one-on-one with her chat. It's just, I wish I could talk like her one-on-one with people, but it was really cool.
Is she daughter girl walking?
No, she's Anglo. She got a different name. So
Anglo, well,
yeah. So, but
Very
yeah,
cool.
but yeah, I mean, it was so funny the way she monetized. We're like, what? Because of course, when a kid comes to you like wanting their social security number, you're like, what's going on? What?
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, dang,
what form are you filling out?
Yeah, exactly. Why do you need
Someone
that?
from Nigeria needs my social security number.
Exactly.
Nigeria.
I can keep $500,000.
But it was
Dad,
just,
he's gonna
that
come
was
over and
so
help
cute.
out around the house. I'm not marrying you.
Well, that's so crazy the way the kid did it all on their own. It was just amazing, and you know, and the thing was you know, I started doing some streaming with her. She brought me on a little bit. Started with some Fortnite. Oh, that's a long story. But then we did this podcast, and we did some of our trips and some things together, and it just needed a break or whatever. But I started bugging her like, "Hey, let's do this," and she's like, "Dad, get your own channel." And then finally I did do that. So now, but you know, it was a wonderful thing. It's always great when you can do stuff like that. The parents and kids, I mean, like me and the wife doing stuff like that. You know, we
She
need
told you to get the oh my god, that's the best story ever.
Yeah, she's like, "Dad, get your own channel." I was trying to stream too much, and she like had her own pace. It's like, but so I
Thank her
did.
for that. That's
I will
cool,
do that. But yeah, but you know, but it's also neat to do all these type of family things when parents and kids are doing stuff together, parents and spouses, you know,
And she's
need
a
a lot
lot
more of that type of stuff.
A lot better at Fortnite than you or me or.
Oh heck yeah, Mark, you've seen it. You know, she took out 13
amazing.
people independently in a solo match all by herself for us to win several times. It's like, dang, but.
And I love getting all those XP when you play with.
Exactly. But
you've just gone up 30 levels for playing.
I
with
did?
Anglo.
Mark, sometimes late on Friday night, Mark's like, "Hey, can Ang play?" And I'm like, "I don't want to." It's like, I'll ditch you, Dad, man. We want Ang.
Courtney,
you know what? That's such an amazing thing about video games, or just like gaming in general. And you know, I'm not going to try and say that Pokemon Go is an actual video game because I know I'll get ousted out for saying that. But just the fact that I play like I'm Pokemon friends with like my friends' children, and then also people that are 67 years old is very cool to me. You know, it like crosses all.
My kids love Pokemon Go. Yeah, everywhere we go, and they got me to play. I don't really understand the game, but they're like
we have to be friends on there. You can send me remote.
Yeah, and so my
raids
kids are
and
sending
stuff.
me gifts. Yeah, the raids, and they're like, "Dad, you have to join," because my daughter was like, "If I get you to join, then I get these special Pokemons or something."
Yeah, if you really paid attention to it, Mark, as a collector, you would appreciate that game. That's what really got me into that game. Is
yeah,
like
the Pokemon are pretty cool, and then my kids are like, all our cards got thrown away. I'm like, no, I've got a bunch of shoe boxes. They're like, where? Because years like 15 years ago, they gave away like most of their Pokemon cards, which are probably worth a ton of money now to like just a neighborhood kid as a friend, you know. But we happened to find like a couple of boxes.
Pokemon first came out?
Well, it was in Japan first, obviously, but it got big, I think, around 2005 here or 10, something like that. I'm trying to remember exactly.
Oh,
but it was a huge, massive.
Like 20 or something. I remember my youngest brother had like they either cards or like little like chip looking things, like poker chip looking things.
That's another thing.
It came out at times. I mean, I think it started and then it just adapted over time. Hey, to Das Wolfen's point, hey, people say that I can't play shooters all the time. I cannot ever play a shooter because I told my kids I could not play Fortnite or anything because I was from a generation of a joystick and buttons. So don't ever say that, because also the great thing about a game like Fortnite is, hey, you can always be a meat shield. The thing is, get with your friends, get a bunch of friends together, hanging out with your friends, screwing around and having a good time laughing about it. And
Or drive the truck like Clobber Times did for us.
Yeah, exactly. We've made Clobby the tank
Nice.
driver all the time, and it was perfect for him. So the beauty of a lot of those games is not necessarily playing it. If you lose, who cares? Whatever, hanging out with people, because that's why I do a lot of Fortnite now is the social aspect. The game, it glitches a lot. It's whatever. It's frustrating, but you know what? I'd rather hang out with Mark and others and make jokes all the time.
Sure.
Good night, Captain.
Good night, Captain. Yeah, so
Good
we're
night.
gonna
Hey, feel better, buddy.
I'm used to
Cheers,
losing.
Captain.
I'm used to
Feel
losing
better.
at everything. So,
So here's
Captain, whichever captain it is.
That's Captain James T.
Captain James T.
Got a captain.
Captain James T. Feel better, man.
Skywalker. Yep, feel
Yeah.
better.
Good night,
Yep.
Captain
Thanks for
James
joining us,
T.
buddy.
And
You
this
know,
is what I did to this is what I did to Dad, man.
I'm never that way.
God damn it, Mark! Jeez. I
And then there's the
remember
other
that.
classic-
I truly remember that moment literally right now because I was sitting in the living room in the dark and that guy popped up in front of me. I jumped up and out of my chair when
You
I
jumped.
said that.
Now watch
That's
the
classic.
clip again. He jumps. He jumps in real life and in the game.
I'm never that way.
God damn it, Mark! Jeez.
He jumps
I rem-
in game.
Yes.
Which one's Mark? I mean, which one's which
I
one's
was the
Dad
ice
Man?
cream cone. Watch it.
He's the ice cream cone.
Yeah, the ice cream cone. It comes up too.
That's
That
how
was
I've always
hilarious.
thought of you. Yeah.
And here's
Yeah.
the other classic Dad Man clip here.
It's up to you, Dad Man.
I just run, dude. There's a whole
Where'd they go?
Right there.
Oh, screw you! I'm gonna report that friggin' mother humper.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was.
And that's my wife there. That's my wife there, right there saying, right there. It's like,
Yeah,
geez,
that was so deadpan. Where'd they go? Bam, you're dead. Yeah.
Courtney,
I'm laughing and I can't even hear it, but I've
That's
heard it.
what makes those
I've heard
games
it
fun,
before,
whether you're
but I know
shooters or
exactly what's
not.
happening.
Whether you're shooters or not, that's what makes those games fun, But
Now, when you play that game, is it an actual do you have? Are you playing a shooter game with a joystick, or is it like a big buck hunter type thing or duck hunt?
No,
back in my day?
it's with the modern controllers, like PS4,
Oh,
Switch
okay.
controllers, that type of stuff. Now, if you're on PC, you're using keyboard and mouse, or you can use a controller. So it just
Gotcha.
depends on whether you play PC or console. But that,
y'all,
yeah.
I'm gonna cut out because I have nothing to contribute to games.
Well, we're gonna leave now anyway, so why don't you hang around for 30? But this, I prefer my CH Mach 3 controller from 1978.
that looks like an Atari controller.
Oh, I love this control. And then you can actually disengage the axis here, so you could use it for a flight sim. So you could take the springs off.
Oh,
and it would free,
cool.
or you could have the the X axis or the Z axis, so you could use it as a flight simulator.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just so used to this controller with the two buttons.
Exactly.
It just, I gotta play my games with this. I cannot use a gamepad. When I go to use a gamepad, it kills me. So I have a USB. Well, I do have a USB connection for this, and sometimes it works. But I need like an arcade joystick to play any of those football games.
Is a gamepad that the rolling ball thing? Is that what you're talking about?
No, gamepad is like a modern controller with just pads on the bottom. So,
I have no idea what you're even
I'm
talking
killing
about.
Steve
That's a
here.
modern
I'm killing
guy.
Steve here. I just killed Steve.
I'm a modern type of guy.
Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here.
Wait, before we go, Courtney, I've been looking at your camera, and all I can hear is like a Mickey Spillane novel, like a film noir. Like I keep expecting you to say something like, "He walked in with those."
Can you actually see
God's
any
gift
of
to
me?
woman.
Every once in a while, when the
light-
car
the light-
passes or the light,
Hail your Muslim uncle.
Yeah.
The lights keep passing over you, and I hear like a Mickey Spillane, like he looked at me with those "let's go to hell together" eyes, but I knew he was a six-pack of psychopathic urges. And, oh, now we went to horror.
I felt like doing that.
Anyway, so are we heading out? Because
Yeah, we're heading out. Yeah, let's get out of here. But
Scuba,
thank
Blow
you.
this joint, man.
great having you join us, Scuba. I hope you'll do it
thanks
again.
for having me on.
Yeah,
always fun.
Well, don't thank me.
It was really nice to meet you, even though I can't really see you. And have
Nice to meet you too, Courtney.
You didn't get to see how absolutely hilarious I really am. But
Courtney's a musician.
looks aren't everything. Anyway.
So thank you to Eric K, and thank you for hanging out, Eric K. Yep, thanks for wrenching. Let's promote Scuba Pete's channel, Chasing 80s Toys.
Yep.
So everyone, if you're not subbed to Scuba Pete's awesome channel with all those
Scuba.
wonderful toys, sub to Scuba. So I want to thank him. I want to thank Pat S for being here. Thank you to Maddie's daddy for being here, and I hope he likes it. All right, there we go. Thank you to excuse me, to Dadman, my ever awesome buddy, for being here. So let me everyone sub to Dadman. Are you doing your 48-hour stream, Dadman? 24
Friday
hour
night,
stream?
because I've hit 300. We're at 317 now, but Friday, starting probably on 3, will be a 24-hour Fortnite stream. So drop by, say hi, sub if you haven't, come say hi. I got Lisa already committed to playing. Mark will swing through. Got a number of other people here that are coming in. But before that, what I really am proud of is we talked about family streams. The missus and I are continuing our detour of the Dad Man show for the next 5 to 6 weeks, because we just took a 16-day trip to Yellowstone and back, 6,009 miles,
Nice.
almost 150 hours in the car. What we're going to do on
She
Monday
put
and
up with
Tuesday.
you for that long?
Well, we did live drag streams all along the way, and she actually, and it truly, we had people in the chat like Mr. Angel, Daisy, Lisa, some people during the day, and it helped pass those. Steve,
I was there every day almost.
I know you were, Steve. I know you were.
Forget me.
I don't know, because
Wow.
I admit I need to run it. I know. I'm sorry. That's why she keeps me straight, because I forget everything. But you know, those things really helped us. I mean, we had 4-hour streams just driving when we had reception, and that helped pass the time really, because we had some 11, 12, 13-hour drives. But for the Monday and Tuesdays at 8 p.m. for the next 5 or 6 weeks, we are going to be detailing the trips coming up. Like tomorrow, we're going to go the first leg from Florida through Jackson, Mississippi, which includes Vicksburg, and we will mention our time with the great clobbering times that we got to meet real life in Baton Rouge, and
Never heard of them.
And we can show you that wonderful.
I thought you were going to say Pittsburgh. I was going to say, what is Clobby doing in Pittsburgh?
No, it's even better. We talked food. You want food, people? Come tomorrow night. We've got not only the Krispy Kreme bread pudding dessert that we have at Clobby. If you're ever in Memphis, boy, we've got the fried chicken place, Uncle Lou's in Memphis. Come look at the pictures tomorrow night. But hey, we're going to be doing these Monday and Tuesday for the next several weeks till we do the whole circuit. And then on Wednesday night, I am playing a special Fortnite stream with the missus, and Culture Casino and Lorena Creole are joining us for Fortnite and hanging out on Wednesday night. So that's what I got this week. So follow me on Twitter, DadmanWalking55. That's the best way to see what things go live and stuff. And hey, I actually heard about Florida Man beer tonight. I actually thought that, well, maybe I'll try a Florida Man beer if I could get to 500 subs, but you never know. So
does it have a certain thing that starts with M in it?
I don't
What's
think
Florida
so.
Man beer?
No. It had fruit in it. It kind of had fruit or something, which kind of was shocking. But anyway, but hey. But no, thank you everybody for the support. I know everybody like Steve, you're in the chats quite a bit. And even when we don't talk sports ball, you're there a lot. And Clobby and Mark have been great to the channel too, and appreciate y'all support here and all. Thank you.
Thank you, Deb, and thank you for being here.
Yep.
And join the clubhouse. I'm sure everyone here has got to be subscribed to Clobbering Times, but if you're not,
yeah, not me. I heard that guy's a creep. I'm totally kidding. He's the nicest guy in the world. I'm joking.
No, I hope you're not joking. It's true. I'm glad somebody finally learned it. What am I supposed to be doing?
You're the bestest.
I guess Dadman now is the only one, except for when Minimus is on, that has actually met Clobby, other than myself. I've known Clobby for yeah.
Dude,
every time I would.
Let's face it, it's 40 years now.
I used to come. Clubby and I, if I would drive and we'd go to lunch, and we'd go in my '65 Mustang, and he'd say, "You came in that? You're braver than I thought."
Oh, you had a Mustang. Nice.
Yeah, he's.
I still do. I have two of them.
One of my brothers would be very into hearing all about it, and the town that I did live in, Steamboat Springs, had a Mustang rally every summer. It's pretty cool.
Well, these two are going to Maddie when she,
Well,
when she grows
obviously.
up. So,
I mean,
yeah.
she doesn't need cool points. She's already cool enough. But
I think when
give her
she's
more
40, they'll be like 100 or something like that. Yeah. So.
Yep.
Are you calling me old?
No, I'm talking about the cars and my daughter. I didn't even. You're younger than all of us. Shut up.
You're the youngest here.
Yeah. I mean, I'm always like
I'm driving and I'm in a mood because I'm driving. And I don't want to be driving.
Well, everyone
real.
did like the car view, that car view people like. But so Clobbering Times, do you have a special 6:00 show tomorrow night?
Yeah,
J-Man?
double feature tomorrow night. J-Man will be on. It's on with me on 6:00 for a monthly visit to Earth B, Bob Haney. So that'll be fun. And then tomorrow night at the regular show, 9 p.m. Central, I'll be celebrating the 60th anniversary of two of the most important Marvel comics that ever were released 60 years ago this month. Maybe even this week, Avengers #1 and X-Men #1. So a little bit about the history of those comics.
Cool.
Awesome. Yep. Let me put Courtney's channel in the chat. Courtney, you can give us that car. You got that car view again. So here's Courtney's channel. It looks like I'm. You're
And
going
I don't
down
give a
like
damn about my
Battlestar
reputation. That's the only thing I
Galactica.
posted in a while. So. There will be more, I promise. Well,
launch all
That's good,
Vipers.
Courtney.
Launch all Vipers. But
hey, Mickey, you're so fun. You're so fun. You blow my mind. Hey, Mickey. You said something about Mickey before. That's all I remember. So I thought maybe.
I'm not going to go all the way back in the chat because it's. Oh, I got to close the poll. So let's close the poll. Do you like My Adventures with Superman? 38% to 62%. So not more of a showing that people like My Adventures with Superman. So that's interesting. Yeah.
But yeah.
So
likes it?
Yeah, very. It was.
Hey.
It was.
What was it again?
62% said they did not like the show. 37% did like the show.
Your show?
No, My Adventures with
I'm just
Superman. My
kidding.
Adventures.
Mark's
I don't care if they're
Adventures
here,
with
as long as
Superman.
they don't like it, but if they can always give me some watch.
Well
hours
done,
and
Courtney.
review.
Folks,
Right.
I've got to jump. I've got to jump out right now.
All right,
Good
dude.
night,
Thor.
good night,
It was
Steve.
a
Thank you for
pleasure.
being here.
Thank you for
Take
having
care.
me. Good night, everybody.
Take care, Steve.
Good night, Steve. Yep. Take
See you,
care.
Steve.
Much appreciated.
Have y'all ever heard of something called Bama Hinge?
No.
Well, you can find out tomorrow night.
All right.
You
well,
think
Okay.
Stonehenge.
All right.
Think Stonehenge. Seriously.
Bama
cool.
Hinge.
Bama. Got to put that southern in
I was
Bama.
thinking of a former president when you said that, even though I just thought that was the way you pronounce it. I was very
Bama.
confused.
Bama.
Yep.
But anyway.
No, I'm
Hey,
familiar
Lemon Pie.
with Bama
Lemon
versus
Pie's here, yep.
Auburn rivalries, right? Isn't that the two that used to be
Roll.
big rivals?
Roll Tide.
Yes, college football's coming up, and I'm getting lined
Bama
up for
and
that
Auburn.
this season. Yes, Bama and Auburn. Yes.
Do you believe I knew
Yep.
that?
Yep. I
Well
know,
done.
man.
Impressive. So I'm going to play my thank you to my channel members, even though I don't have channel members anymore because I made the damn video for this week. So hopefully I'll get remonetized, get energized again. I'm going to send in my appeal
Gosh,
tomorrow,
such a-
hopefully.
I
But
forgot. That
yeah,
wasn't like
so that's
instantly
okay.
corrected?
No, I'm writing up carefully an appeal, so hopefully it'll work. But Raquel's been helping me, but I've got a disclaimer to show now, and hopefully that'll work. But here's my thank you, my channel members, and hopefully we'll be back next month. So thank you. We'll see if we're back. But
Am I on there yet? Am I a member? Yeah, I am a
yeah,
member.
you were on there. You're on there. Yeah, you're on there. Yep.
'Cause
But
there was a
we'll
time
see.
I wasn't, Mark.
Yeah, I missed you for one. Yeah, you subbed too late. Yeah, I got that man didn't get the video ready in time for me.
Blame it
No,
on
just
me.
kidding, damn it.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. And Das Wolfen was a channel member too. Yeah, thank you, Das Wolfen. Yep. So I'm hoping that works out, but you know, that's life sometimes. But appreciate everyone being here tonight. Thank you again to our special guest Scuba Pete. I'm just gonna scroll back the chat. Like, thank you, Das Wolfen, Lisa, Brian Hepburn, Lemon Pie, Your Old Toys. Who else is Larry? Who Eric K. Who's still active in the chat? Yep, and Lisa. Yep, and if I missed anyone, it got late early, as Yogi Bear said. So let's get the heck out of here. Really appreciate everyone hanging out with us, and it's always fun on Sunday night. And could be doing a lot of other stuff, but you're hanging out with us, so I appreciate that. And had a lot of fun tonight, and hopefully everyone's hungry. So go to Waffle House, McDonald's, somewhere.
Right,
Yeah, Lenrod. Hi, Lenrod.
Fourth meal.
Yeah. Fourth meal. Yep. Pretend you're a hobbit, right? So JT Kirk. Yeah, but we had so many people tonight. If I named everyone, I'm not smart like clobbering times. I don't write them down on a piece of. Well, if I had that captain's log, the Enterprise one with the pen,
yeah,
I should write down. I should use that to write everyone who showed up. Yeah, and then you can erase it for the next week. I got to get one of those. Yeah, reuse it. Yeah. So thank you, everyone. We'll catch you on the next Sunday Night Geekery. Take care, everyone. Good night,
everybody.
Peace out.
Good night.
Fun storming the castle.
It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.